the intro music. Okay, I don't even know if StreamYard even registered. Okay, it did. All right. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You guys already know what we are here to discuss. And yes, we have the other king in the building, okay? That's King Jive. So, child, okay, he needs no introduction, hardly, child, okay? Now, we're going to get into quite a bit of a commentary today. Not only are we going to get an update from the king regarding where his lawsuit stands and the upcoming pre-conference trial set for the end of the month between him and Wayne Felton, okay? A really bizarre man of somebody's God in Minnesota, okay? Who has decided to pen a lawsuit regarding defamation against our Leo, our residential Leo girl. Okay, now you guys know that we were fundamentally helpful in assisting King and retaining a lawyer, which I am so happy that he did for these very reasons. Okay, we also want to touch on that. But we're also going to speak and get into some discussion regarding some people who are upset with King Jive for whatever reason, and they're going to have an opportunity to hit the link if they are willing to put their cards on the table, if they are interested in having a imano to imano, a adult discussion with King. King is very much so interested in having peace and being able to move forward without there being any underlying tension between him and anybody else. It can be water under the bridge if that's what everybody wants. It can be all love if that's what everybody wants. There can be peaceful camaraderie and stillness on these streets if that's what everybody wants. But it certainly takes everybody to want that, not just King Jives. It takes 2, 3, or more gathered, okay, for there to be order in the court, okay? So, if you know anybody who has an issue with King Jive, if you believe there is anybody who has tension with King Jive, you might want to go ahead and forward them this link to this live stream so that they have an opportunity when that segment of the interview comes up for them to speak to King Jive and say whatever they need to say with the intent to hopefully put things to absolute rest. Okay. Hey, Auntie Deb. Hey, boo. So you guys are free to do all that. Okay. Go send the link to the ops, the haters, or whomever you label them as, child. Okay. And hopefully we're going to just hold the space and wish for the best, okay? But before we get into all of that, I need you guys to thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video until it is stuck. You know that YouTube's algorithm has shifted and not for the better, okay? YouTube is always making decisions that really do not help their own personal, private, independent contractors. Everything they do on this platform sabotages the content creators who bring the traffic to this platform. So I'm going to need you guys' help to get this video into the algorithm. So please thumbs up the video. Also, thumbing up helps to trigger up the notification system because YouTube only sends out notifications to less than 10% of your subscriber count. But when you guys thumbs up the video, this helps them whores to do their damn job, and all the other unsuspecting conscious crew members who have no idea that we are loud, live, and in color can indeed know that we're popping our puss on this God-given Thursday, okay? Also, I need you guys to make sure that you are subscribing, and shout out to the 43.3K subscribers. Shout out to all of the new Conscious Crew members. I love you all, and welcome to the kingdom. And make sure that you have your notification bell set to all, and don't hesitate to also share the link out manually to your OF, dark side of Twitter, Tumblr. I don't give a damn where you place the link, baby. Just let them whores know that we're doing what needs to be done. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen,
King Jives.
Hey.
Hi. Welcome back to the platform.
All right. I appreciate you once more. Just even I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself together. Okay. I appreciate you for allowing, this to even happen and, just wanting to talk about this again.
I am going to kill every little gremlin inside of you that is willing to convince you that CTV don't fuck with you the way he fuck with other people. So I'm going to make sure that you are never, ever able to say that shit again. Okay. Never even feel it, honey. I'm dead in the era of CTV. No,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Not because of monetary things, but we've gone. Yeah, it is the principle. We've gone through a little situation and things like that, and I guess the last situation it was like, well, damn, he really do fuck with me because why would he any otherwise do something like that? I mean. Everybody got their own intentions, but when it comes to when push comes to shove, you either gonna put up for somebody and you gonna either stand for them or you not. And so, out of so many people that's on these YouTube streets and the internet, you are one of the ones who've been here a real long time. And, we've had our, it really is a friendship. We have not officially met each other, but we FaceTime, we video chat, all those things. And so, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like we've bonded with each other the way that our supporters bond with us who never have physically touched us. It doesn't take physically encountering somebody to create a meaningful, going the fuck out again. It doesn't take knowing someone, meeting someone physically to develop something meaningful. I couldn't imagine where I would be without my supporters, and thank God, it didn't take them physically meeting me for them to show up the way that they do, for me and for you and all of us content creators, So I think people really underestimate the power of what can happen long distance. Hell, whole romantic relationships and marriages, are able to begin long distance and without.
Hell, we was about to be romantical for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Until you aired out all of our personal business and things.
I was pissed because I thought you was playing with my heart and shit. I was mad. God damn it.
Cut it out. So speaking of that, Jives, how do you feel about the people who think that you or I should hold on to past drama because there are still people who feel that this is a union that shouldn't happen. They feel that I should avoid you. There are people on your side who feel that you should avoid me, etc. What do you think about the folk who feel that way?
I mean, this is where I got to really pull on some good energy right now.
Pull on the Holy Ghost, honey. Okay.
Here's the thing, for people that want you and I to hold on to grudges, I'm like, we had our situation, and I'm not mad about things that have gone on. Like, first of all, I'm too grown, too old to be sitting out here holding on to shit. Same thing go for you. And it's like, I think people want drama. They don't want to see people actually live a life. And it's so somebody said, go get your good wig. Baby, let me tell you, don't play with me now.
Do not get him started. Do not get him started, y'all. Do not.
Baby, them good wigs is sitting. I was supposed to go today to go get the mannequin hairs to sit over here, but that's okay. But no, I don't feel like there's a need to even hold on to anything because at the end of the day, like you and I actually know each other. You've said this time to time. I've said it from time to time. And it's like, because we do know each other outside of social media, like I don't even trip that. Now, with that reason being said, this is the reason why it's very difficult for me to clap back at a lot of people because I know them. I've gotten to know them outside of social media. So clapping back and going off and doing all, like, if I don't know you, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I cuss your ass out and tell you where the fuck to go and kiss my ass, suck my dick, bitch. I'm gonna give you all of that. But I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, I just don't have all of that. Like, me and you, like, we go back, you had your issues with other things.
We literally talked them out through and through, line by line. We did it publicly. And I'm the kind of person where I really mean what I say. Like, once if we make amends and we apologize, it's literally water under the bridge. I just move forward from there. So I would never waste my time engaging in what's supposed to be a bridge building peace treaty and then not take it seriously and not commit to that. I would never do that. I would never waste my own time in that way or someone else's. So for me, it's water under the bridge. I can't be invested in what other people want regarding us, whether they want us at each other's heads or want us at, in each other's asses. I mean, we just have to do what we have to do. So I'm really happy that there is water under the bridge. Now, I know there's been a lot that has transpired since the last time you were here, and you retained that epic lawyer. First of all, I want to say that there is no way that you should have self-represented yourself in a federal case and regarding defamation, which can get really, really sticky. And both me and you have done our fair share of reporting on cases, whether it be Cardi and Unhinged, whether it be Larry and his legal situation. Like, we know how this goes and how tricky these things can be. So I could not, first of all, have imagined you self-representing, especially unless you're going to tell me that you've been to that you're a paralegal or that you've been to law school and that you understand the ins and outs of how to file appropriately, and you understand all of the legal jargon, and you have the knowledge base to be Johnny Cochran unto yourself. I could not fucking imagine you taking that on. Because we're not talking about small claims court where somebody is suing you for $1,500 for a damn broken tail light. We're talking about defamation, somebody who's attempting to get $75,000 plus out of you. And yes, we're talking about a judgment, if you were to lose the lawsuit, that could have terrible repercussions on your life. And who the fuck would roll the dice and tangle with all of those obstacles and potential consequences on their own if they also are not astute regarding the legal system? But what are your thoughts about that? Like,
well, see, this is the thing, and it's so much stuff that people are just saying out here, and I was willing to fight this thing by myself. Listen, I'm looking at my computer here, my camera's right there, so if I'm not looking at you or whatever, please forgive me. But anyways, I was willing to do it myself because I'm like, yes, I do have a lot of subscribers, but you have to understand, like, who is here to support you, who is not here to support you. And I have done what you've done for me for so many people. And when it comes down to it, or matter of fact, let me just say it like this. I have opened my platform up to so many people, whether content creators or stories. And, it's been so much stuff that has happened. And it's like, now that I need it for myself, people don't know what to think because people leave and create such havoc that they don't know what to think about me. And I'm just like, and it's like when I come, as I do always, and baby, I thump these receipts out here to show them like XYZ, ain't nobody got shit to say. But then they keep spinning narratives. So it's like, for me, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If I got to do it myself, I'll do it myself, and I'll just keep pushing because at this point, I'm just really over the drama. And I told some of his members today, actually, we had a phone call, And I told some of his members, I said, I am so irritated with this man. Like, I don't even think people really understand how frustrated I am with this, because I don't know if the people really read the letters, or if people that are watching, I don't know if y'all really read the letters. I don't know if y'all watched the content or whatever, but I'm like, y'all, this shit happened way before me. Like, it happened way before me. I got this information. I didn't get the letters until December.
Mm-hmm.
I was made aware of this in November. I actually called him as a courtesy, because at that time I thought that was a friend. You know, I didn't know anything else was going on, because again, you know, this motherfucker lived way up there in icy weather, you know, up the North Pole, where I used to live up there too. And I'm down here. So I'm like, we obviously can't have, I didn't know the man was calling me every punk, fag, sissy, and everything in this church. I didn't know that. But,
Wow.
you know, it is what it is. So,
And
you know.
Wow, you thought that y'all were friends?
Absolutely.
Oh,
because
geez.
I even invited the man on my platform. That's the thing. I invited him on. So, you know, when I got the voicemail, which I let the audience hear the voicemail, I actually called him, and I did not record him, because I was just like, I was not expecting him to say, you know, I did it. I was expecting this man to say, you know, Jives, you know, these people lying. So when he started talking, you know, I'm like, I'm going to have a conversation with my friend. I'm not going to sit up and hit the record button on my, you know, but I tell you, go what? God damn it.
But you still did, even though it came to bite you in your ass, you still did the right thing, because the friendly thing to do is to actually treat, you know, if there's a friendship, to actually treat it as friendship and not as somebody who is a potential op, you know. Right. So you did the right thing. But what's funny about what you're saying, Jives, and you don't have to say whether you have it or not have it, because you know, we don't ever want to give the ops everything that we're working with, especially when it comes to litigation. But you know that there was a sermon just, I think, the very next night, Jives.
Listen.
The very next night, there was a sermon after me and you raised that money for you to retain a lawyer and came over here and spoke about the lawsuit. He went live on the church's YouTube page, and he essentially legitimized the complaints and the allegations against him. The man literally also, he went as far on the pulpit in front of, I don't know how many 12 and 14s of individuals in the Sanction 3, okay, and said that he did do wrong. He lost his grip on his righteousness. He was exposed. He literally said the word, I have been exposed. But let me talk to you all about the context that led up to the thing that exposed me. Then he also fucked around and added insult to injury in his own. Said, and there have been people I opened up and confided and confessed to. Now, what he didn't do was, obviously, he didn't include you, but by him even saying, by him even legitimizing the claim, by him even saying he confessed to other people in secret chambers, honey, he essentially now cannot rule out entirely that he did not personally also confine in you, as you stated. And you have screenshots regarding FaceTimes, regarding video conferences between you and him. And now he didn't even realize in running that yappa that he gave room for your claim that this man said this to me verbatim on a FaceTime call. He legitimized that by saying, yeah, I have been exposed. These things did happen. And yes, there were people I did confine in. My jaw, my pretty ass symmetrical jaw was to the floor, Jives. I said, are you fucking kidding me? This is the entire case right here, wrapped up.
It's the cute organ.
He just wrapped this thing up real swell, real pretty for Jives.
Here's the thing about that. I'm interjecting real quick. Here's the thing about it. I told my attorney, I sent that to my attorney as well, and he said, we got it. Well, he said they'll take care of it. And he said, if it goes that far, they'll take care of that. But here's the thing. Oh, baby. Wait a minute. Hold
because
on.
Here's the beautiful thing. Why you finding that? Because what he did was he either emotionally sobered up after that live stream, or he got an interesting phone call from his attorney, and that live stream went private super quick. Luckily, there were street committee members who had already did their fair share of screenshotting, screen recording, etc. And putting a video on private does not exempt that live stream from being able to be extrapolated, because there's something called forensic experts who specialize, who can litigate with YouTube, have them provide the live stream that you thought you deleted, that you thought you privated, and bring that into evidence on behalf of the defendant in this case. But the fact that he even privated that live stream was incriminating all by it fucking self.
Well, I would tell you this. I got one even better. I have a smoking gun, right? I do have an apology letter. I do have an apology letter. And matter of fact, let me go and print this shit out.
From who? Not from what? My.
And the thing about it is, when they sent this, you know how people try to word things. They don't say, I stuck my dick in you. I wanted you to suck my meat. I wanted to plow you. They said it, in a churchy type of way. But here's my thing about it. I just, at this point, I'm
too shy.
Huh?
I said, we put up my damn banner as well. All shit said on this platform, bitch, is alleged. That part.
Let me tell you this right now. Alleged, whatever, my ass. I mean, everything that I gave this attorney, everything that we have conversated about, he and I, because I refuse to call him Bishop. I already told his people his ex people the same thing. He is who he is. I was not expecting any of this to take place. That's the truth of the matter. I was not expecting any of this to take place. I think at the end of the day, you and I both know we always do content. We do stories. We do whatever. None of us ever expect for somebody to come back and be like, I don't like you, I'm going to sue you. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like you don't do stories on what's that woman, Jaguar Wright, and then expect for Jaguar Wright, I don't like what you said about me, I'm going to sue you. Bitch, the facts are out there. What the fuck, Yeah. So, and then, on top of that, you have the people, now he fell into the puss. And then on top of that, you have people that really have something in their spirit against me. And it just is what it is. Like, yay, I see you, baby. Really have something against me. And I'm conscious, I promise you, I'm really trying my best, because I don't have nothing for them.
Yeah.
It's like a constant whoom. And I'm just looking. And I told my people yesterday and this morning, don't send me shit else. I don't give a fuck what they say. And I'm not even going to say pardon my French, but God damn it, don't send me nothing else, because I'm just like, at this point,
if you're going to send Jives anything, send him what to help his case.
Yeah. It's just like, at the end of the day, people that don't like me, ask them why they don't like me. And if they say, oh, he's a punk ass bitch, that's not a real excuse. If they say, oh, I don't like him, he fake as fuck, bitch, that's not a real excuse. Tell me A, B, C, D, what the fuck I did. And they cannot. Yeah. And they cannot. So I'm just at this point where, I've done this stuff. I've put the story out there. I've told the story. If we're not going to talk about the facts at hand, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That part. So we're going to get a little bit more into that later on in the discussion. Since the last time you've been here, there has been a legal response from your attorney. So I want to bring it up here. And the response is pretty self-explanatory. I have a question for you after we skim through your response to Mr. Felton, okay? And it's an 8-page letter, baby, in my Aaliyah voice, you guys. Okay, as you guys can see here, in the United States District Court, District of Minnesota, Wayne R. Felton versus DeMario Jives. Okay, come on now, the defendants DeMario Jives and DiMaggio Media LLC, and for their answer to plaintiffs Bishop Wayne Felton and the Holy Christian Church International's complaint state as follow. Introduction: deny everything contained in plaintiff's complaint except as is admitted, qualified, or otherwise explained in the answer. This is just really giving the briefing. So let me just go ahead, scoot on down here, because all of this really is pretty much you denying what he claims you said and his interpretation of things that you said in your commentary, but weren't necessarily directed at him, but just things that thoughts that were inspired by the situation, and you making general statements that he's trying to allege are specific to him and slanderous to him, which is not the case. Defendants admit that DiMaggio Media LLC is a limited liability company organized under the laws of the state of Florida. Defendants further show the allegations pled in the paragraph contain legal conclusions to which no response is required. However, to the extent a response is required, defendants deny the legal conclusions and remaining allegations pled therein. As to paragraph 10, defendants show that the allegations pled in the paragraph contain legal conclusions to which no response is required, as stated in clause 10. 12 says that the paragraph 11, defendants are without sufficient knowledge or information to admit or deny the allegations and therefore deny the same and put plaintiff to their strictest proof thereof. As to paragraph 12, defendants admit that DiMaggio Media LLC is a limited liability company organized under the laws of the state of Florida. Defendants further show that the allegations pled in paragraph contain legal conclusions to which no response is required, etc., etc., etc. Let's scroll down here. The factual allegations. As to paragraph 17, defendants are without sufficient knowledge or information to admit or deny the allegations and therefore deny the same and put plaintiffs to their strictest proof thereof. Paragraph 18, defendants are without sufficient knowledge, etc. Paragraph 19, defendants are without sufficient knowledge. That is 20 through 26. And when you get to clause 27, as to paragraph 26, defendants state that the video speaks for itself and specifically deny the parties had not discussed Felton's relationship with a married parishioner. Defendants state Jives notified Felton that he received reports of Felton's inappropriate conduct, and thereafter, on November 26 of 2022, Felton video called Jives and the two spoke for 40 minutes about Felton's transgressions. Defendants further denied that Felton did not know Jives was going to report on it, as Jives explicitly told Felton that he was going to do so in a text message sent December 9th of 2022, to which Felton responded, quote, "It's not in my hands how you handle it." Defendants denied the remaining allegations therein. As to paragraph 27, defendants state the video speaks for itself and deny the remaining allegations therein, specifically denying that Jives did not conduct an investigation before reporting on Felton's misconduct. Defendants state that Jives' investigation included speaking with Felton himself, reviewing numerous emails from THCCI parishioners, publicly resigning from their positions and leaving THCCI, citing Felton's transgression and lack of accountability as their reasons for leaving, reviewing an email from Felton himself, wherein he states that THCCI had explicit disciplinary action in place for his transgressions, and reviewing a letter from the married parishioner who Felton was involved with, and a separate letter from the parishioner's husband. As to paragraph 28, defendants deny the allegations therein. Denying is all the way through and through, deny. Defamation 47, defendants restate the responses to the allegations contained in plaintiff's complaint in the paragraph above as if fully set forth herein. Defendants only admit that any statements speak for themselves and deny the remaining allegations pled in this paragraph. Defendants may only admit that any statements speak for themselves and deny the remaining allegations pled in this paragraph, and that is also through and through. Defendants deny the allegations therein and specifically deny that Jives acted with malice intent. Defendants state that Jives reported on Felton's moral failure and transgression after being informed of it by multiple parishioners, and Felton's displeasure that his hypocrisy and moral failures are being brought to light and do not give rise to a claim of defamation. Defendants state the video speaks for itself, etc. As you guys see here too, deny. And then defamation per se, defendants restate the responses to the allegations contained in plaintiff's complaint in paragraph above as if fully set forth herein. Defendants only admit that any statements speak for themselves. Defendants show the allegations pled in the paragraph contain legal conclusions to which no response is required. And then that's also through and through. By. And then you get to business disparagement under Minnesota State Code 325D.44. Defendants restate the responses to the allegations contained in plaintiff's complaint in the paragraphs above as if fully set therein. That's also through and through. Affirmative defenses. The court lacks personal jurisdiction. Interesting. The court lacks personal jurisdiction over defendants. Is there anything to expound upon there?
I'm not in Minnesota. So he's trying to make it as if I live in Minnesota and I don't. And he's trying to make it as if that, this is a, situation where because I do business there, I live there. And that's not the case at all.
Wait a minute, Josh. Wait the fuck a minute. So it's possible that because this man did not file within the appropriate jurisdiction, that this case might be completely thrown out and he may have to attempt to refile all over again.
And if he attempt to file, listen, Jesus.
Because jurisdiction is a serious thing when it comes to litigation. Like, they don't give a damn how much money you spent. They don't give a damn how many process servers you use. They don't give a damn if it took months for you to finally get the person served. That jurisdiction shit is for real. And that single-handedly has put the reverse uno on a lot of cases regarding jurisdictional discrepancy.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right. Venue is improper in this court. Your lawyer on it, nigga. Defendants alleged. See, and this is what I'm saying. Would you have known
big titties on that one, okay?
Would you have known the self-representing? These are things that people may have let slip completely over their heads. Would you have known this? Would you have even known to cite this if you were self-representing?
Nope.
This is why you need fucking lawyers, people. Okay, do not try to fucking self-represent. Let the people who went to school for 15 damn years do what they, sacrifice eating puss and hoeing, okay, to finally get their degree to be able to do for the public. All right. Defendants allege that plaintiff's claims may be barred by statutes of limitations or statutes of Jives. This is my penis.
This ain't my first reading.
Wow.
Okay. Now, stop right there, Cons. Before you read anything else, now do you understand why I'm so irritated with individuals that's out here saying fuck shit?
Yes.
Like nobody reads. Okay, now y'all finna get motherfucking King. Now, listen. This is the reason why I am so pissed with so many people, because motherfuckers do not fucking read. They rather sit out here just because, oh, Jives getting sued. That bitch need to get sued. Bitch, you need to learn how to read, fat fuck. So anyways, my thing is, here is the response, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, and the thing is, Conscious didn't even have to work hard. I sent him the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is public information. Now, I don't know. I think you have to pay for it on the thing.
Yeah.
On Pacey, I think you got to pay for it. But I'm like, it's right there. And I'm like, nobody wants to read. Even folks who call themselves motherfucking attorneys and shit, don't nobody want to say nothing. But it's like everybody want to be out here talking shit, trying to drag me. And I'm like, damn, y'all. Like, I'm like, I know you don't motherfucking like me, but at the end of the motherfucking day, bitch, I ain't did nothing to nobody. I reported like everybody else, and here's everybody time. They want to swing. And I'm just like, bitch, I hope y'all swinging the right way. I hope y'all swinging the right motherfucking way, because, bitch, this is all facts. All facts, proofs, and receipts over here in this bitch. God damn it.
Look, and you know, like you said, reading is absolutely fundamental. Some people think that because somebody has filed a lawsuit, that the lawsuit is legit. A lawsuit filing is equivalent to filing a police report. Just because you file a police report does not legitimize anything in the report. It's simply a documented allegation. And that's what a lawsuit filing initially is as well. It's a documented allegation. It does not mean that the lawsuit is legit, that it is substance, that it is correct. We know that frivolous lawsuits are filed also all the time, that people who also don't know what the hell they're doing file lawsuits, like in the case, whereas in some of the statements that the plaintiff are trying to cite actually may exceed the statute of limitations. He may have even filed there may be some jurisdictional issues in this case because Jives is not a resident of Florida. Okay, so that's something that is going to have to be confronted in this litigation.
You know what's so crazy about this, Conscious, is that I just paid this man another $2,000, and I'm like, I got to keep doing this because I don't, we don't know, and so that's how much the thing costs, and I'm just like, as much as people have really rubbed me the wrong way, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Because you really do got to spend money. You really do got to go out the way. And it's like, nobody may, and I'm not asking for this, but people may not like me or whatever. But you know what, Conscious? I'm going to tell you this. This is the truth. This is the truth. Wait a minute. God damn it.
I'm just giving you the floor.
What I've learned is, motherfuckers, these church queens may not like me, and that's fine. But that's why I have learned, hey Miko, hey sister, I have learned that there are people that actually love me that's not a part of the church. And them I'm real cool with. Girl, I went to a ball the other week. I'm talking about like
yeah.
I went to one of them, girl, somebody will put me in the house, you know what I'm saying? But
she was up there suicide dipping and shit, honey.
Oh girl, my knees is too bad.
Oh, I bet you them knees work when they need to.
They work when they need to, though. But so, in all of this, it's like I take solace in the fact that it just really is what it is. Yeah. You find your people that you really support and that love you, and it is what it is, and you just move on. What I do understand is, even in all of this shit that they filed, all this bullshit right here, like, I take solace in the fact that I know what I did, and I didn't do anything wrong, right? And What I'm happy about now, for all of my spiritual people, y'all gonna understand this. Y'all gonna understand when I say this. After the last conversation that I had with, I gotta give him a nickname. After the last I felt the spirit. The spirit told me, screenshot every goddamn thing. Mm-hmm. And I screenshotted every motherfucker because I said, you know what? If this bitch tried, I got proof. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that I missed was like right above his FaceTime call, it was my text message to him that was saying, hey, Bishop, are you okay? Just checking on you. I got a message about a scandal and I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
So I just missed that part, but the lawyer saw how long the video chat was and everything else after that. And it just was what it was. So at this point, you know what I'm saying? We moving on, but it's just the people that feel like I deserve to be sued. I deserve to be in a lawsuit. I deserve for something negative to happen to me. And I'm just like, bitch, keep living. Keep motherfucking living, bitch. All of us out here, bitch, it may not be you today, but goddamn it, it'll be you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
While you over there bragging and talking,
we're gonna get into some things, so just hold them horses, Leo. We're gonna get into some things. Okay. I'm honestly shook, right? I'm shooketh right now at what your lawyer is saying in the affirmative defenses regarding jurisdiction, regarding the statute of limitations. This is really shocking. Defendants allege the plaintiff's damages, if any, were caused by the conduct of plaintiffs or other third parties, and therefore plaintiffs cannot recover as to or against these answering defendants. Oh my goodness. Affirmatively allege that defendants acted without malice, actual or otherwise, and with a good faith, reasonable belief that their actions were justified. The statements attributed to defendants constitute legal and protected opinion under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Defendants assert that the statements made were true or substantively true and therefore not actionable. And that's another thing too. A lot of people don't know that a lot of things are just not actionable. Like they're just not actionable, such as the Nicki Minaj case against another YouTuber, Nosy Ho. Nicki Minaj was upset about some of the salacious statements made about Papa Bear and all of that. And while those statements were arguably very ugly and even malicious, they weren't legally actionable. Like you couldn't punish those statements under, as your attorney just said here, under your constitutional right. You can say ugly shit. I mean, how many of us would be fucking sued if everything that came out of our mouth, for better or for worse, was fucking actionable? You know, everything that is uncomfortable to hear or hard to hear or simply is rude and fucking insensitive is not necessarily something that can be penalized under the law because of our constitutional rights, because of our freedom of speech, etc. So yeah, there's that. Defendants assert that the statements made were true, or I read that. Defendants assert the plaintiff have failed to mitigate their damages, if any. Okay, so I'm assuming that Mr. Man in Minnesota, while he's allegedly suing you for damages beyond $75K, he hasn't illustrated how he's lost. I mean, he hasn't ran it down exactly how your commentary has impacted his business, aside from the notion that maybe some people left his church, but according to those members who are now interacting with you and who are now acquainted with you and who speak with you, those people left before you even knew what the hell happened. They knew what hit the church before you did. So their actions were according to what the meetings and the things that transpired in real time while they were actual attendees that led to they're falling away.
Listen, so there is actually a video that I had to download of a church member that went to the church, sat on the steps, and talked about why she left. And so she was talking about how Bishop needs to sit down. He did all of this, da 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 da. And so I have all of that, right?
Yeah.
All of that is to my attorney.
Amen.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever has gone on, and see, I ain't even been a motherfucker with him like I want to, like I am gonna be.
Because you know why, Josh? Because you're not being malicious. That's why. There's no being malicious.
There's no malicious intent when it comes down to all of it, because like I don't have that for him. Like, for him, it was just really like, hey, Bishop. I mean, I even got text messages. Matter of fact, let me do something really quick. Let me see. Wayne. There we go. Well, I guess I only got it on Facebook because I got a few messages here, but it only goes to December. What did I put? December 19th. Oh, that was 2020. Okay. So, this is just conversation he and I have had, because I would message him, he would call, and I'm just like, then other than that, I would message him on Facebook. So the Facebook messages are something totally different. But either way it go, if I had malicious intent for him, he would have been done like everybody else. But see, this is the same man that was calling me, also giving me tea about this, that, and the third. Telling me, not even giving me tea, but confirming things. So my thing is like this. I never had that for him. This is why I was ultimately shocked that this was even going on, because I was just like, this is not true. That's why when I got the letter, I was like, this is not true. When I got the voicemail, I was like, oh, this cannot be true. This is a man of God, And so when I actually talked to him and he said yes, I was like, oh, clutching my pearls. You know what? I should have went and got them goddamn pearls. Clutching my pearls. And I was so lost. So, my thing is like this. When I actually talked to said members that were of the church, they said to me, the first thing that they said was, I thought you knew about this already. There go one of his members right there. They go, Lanye. They said, I thought you knew about this already. And I was just like, no, what the fuck is going on? So when I found out what was going on, X, Y, A, B to all the way to Z, and I was just like, what? I was confused. But baby, when they start sending me the letters, when I started getting the resignations, and I was just like, what the fuck was y'all doing at the church? Baby, listen here.
Wow.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about, and see, this is the thing about it. I'm never hating on anybody for what they got or anything. But it's like you're mad that the people left your church. Let's start here. You're mad. See, this is what you talking about. I don't do my sufficient research, right? Matter of fact, something to do this for you. Hold on, don't say nothing. They said I don't do my researches. But see,
I got today.
The fact that, wait a minute, hold on, I had it. Shit. Fuck. Oh, I know where it's at. The fact that these people have left the church, they did not only leave the church because of the scam, they left because of this man. They left because they poured their life, their heart into this church, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. And then not only that, baby, you live in, and hold on, before I even get to that, it's questionable of what you have given back to them. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Just to keep you safe. So you ain't got to keep doing it.
Show appreciate. The fact that these people have poured out themselves, and the promises that you have made to these people, you did not fulfill. Yet, you can have parties in your $2 million house with a grotto and a pool and a 3, 4, 5 car garage. You can have gatherings and eatings and all, and you wonder why the people have left. Oh, Cons, I'm going to send it to you. Hold on, let me see me roll back. Let me roll back. I want you to see these people. How much is it? Oh, they knocked the price down. These people are not mad for no fucking reason. They're mad because all of this stuff has transpired and you have not did anything except for play victim. Because now when you preach, it's we have to show love. We have to love, pray for one another. Oh, well, you wasn't praying for one another when you were sending everybody to hell. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't praying then. Cause you get this text.
Let me check. Well, I'm looking for this text. I want to shout out to Simone for the Cash App, who says gorgeous in this child. My supporters just throw money on me for any damn reason there is, Josh. If the hair is slayed, Cash App. If a bitch is slaying, if the face card is face card, Cash App. If the lips are lifting, Cash App. If they entertain, Cash App. They just find any damn reason to throw money. Bless the Conscious crew, baby. I live for y'all. Okay, yes, I got. Okay, do you want me to just see this or?
Yeah, I want you to see this. I want you to see it. Just
click it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
My.
He lives there.
Oh! Big pimpin', spin the Jives. Big pimpin' up in NYC. This is a residence.
Yes.
Baby, this look like a upscale Alaskan Indian retreat with the highest. Is it snow on the ground? Baby, they got snow on the roof. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at the square feet and look at. Hold on, my phone acting janky, honey. Hold on. Wow. This how the pastor living in Minnesota?
But see, here's the thing, Conscious. It's not even about that. And I've been saying this on my platform for a minute. When you do for the people,
hold on, $10,186 a month. A month, 10 grand a month.
Did you see?
That's a month with no H on the end. Month. 10,000 a month. Wow. My God, today. Okay,
it's not that he lives there. It's the fact that everybody is complaining, right? Because promises allegedly have not been met. He has not done for the people anything of that nature. I mean, baby, one of the parishioners are in the comments right now. Allegedly, now again, they said it to me. You supposed to been, doing their kids' college fund and tuition, and nothing has been done. Again, this is what the people have been discussing and saying with me. So this is why I'm saying, when you do for your people, they wouldn't give a fuck what you live in. When you take care of your folks, when you take care of the people that support you, when you do for others, I promise you, let me tell you, they wouldn't give a damn if you drove up to the church in a fucking Maserati, Bentley Connoir, the damn truck, they wouldn't care, because one thing that they would say, and two things for sure and certain, it would be this: I don't give a fuck what he drive, bitch. He do this, he do this, he do this, bitch. He deserves. He deserves to do X, Y, Z.
People want to be able to brag on their pastor. They want to be able to.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, after all the shit I do and about to be doing, I'm just like this. If y'all saw me in X, Y, Z, bitch, it would be well deserved, because thank you, Howard, calling in. That's it. That's the thing right there. Y'all know I be fucking shit up, you know. But I say this all the time as it relates to, you know, actors, philanthropists, people who do stuff.
Service members.
People who service the community. When you give and you do, I was even talking about even the drug dealers that, you know, that be from the hood and the block. You know, the reason why the block ain't tripping that bumpy and whoever else is driving what they driving is because they take care of the hood.
And now that's why the hood did not give up Bishop a criminal head, because he was out there feeding them turkeys every Thursday and out there putting together them city trends Christmas extravaganzas every December and things, Jives. That's why the hood didn't give his ass up. It took the feds to get his ass.
I mean, when you take care of your people, they're going to make sure that they take care of you.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you give back, whether it's school supplies, food, clothes, etc., they don't give a damn what you, bitch. You can roll up in here in a Lear jet if you want to, bitch. Bitch, he take care of us. So if he want to go buy a fucking $12 million jet, bitch, hey, he got it. You know, because he got my support. Because, bitch, as long as you keep supporting us, motherfucker, we gonna keep supporting you.
That part.
And that's exactly the way that I feel about so much stuff. I'm not hating on this man. You know what I'm saying? Because of anything. I'm not hating on this man at all. But what I do say is the reason why that he is in, and I'll leave this shit right here. The reason why you are in what the fuck you're in is because you forgot your first works. You started being more concerned about yourself and your flesh more than you were about the people. This is the reason why, hence, you were in a 9-year deplorable relationship with one of your elders and your parishioners. So when the person got tired, they was like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is a bombshell, Jives. You just disclosed that there's more context to why the members allegedly fell away, and it wasn't even just the circumstances that surrounded this controversy, but it was their own personal gripe with a pastor that they felt and believed were not prioritizing the kingdom and the people thereof, and people felt abandoned. People obligations and expectations out of the man that they support were not being met. And so this situation around the controversy only compounded what attention that was already pre-existing in the church because of how people felt about Wayne Felton, allegedly. My God, today.
So there's a video of a lady. She was sitting on the porch of the steps of the church, and she was really going in about him, his disparities and everything of that nature. She was kicked out of the church because if I'm correct from what the members told me, she was kicked out because she came into the church business meeting and she was asking questions. And he had her kicked out. He also had her kicked out again because she was asking questions as to what is going on. And so he got upset about that. So twice that he's kicked her out. So she went to the church, wanting to have prayer. And in her video, she said that one of the ministers came out and she said, hey, can you give me a ride such and such place? She said, the woman said, oh, I'm too busy. I can't do that. Oh,
right. I don't know what that's about, baby. I don't need no Ebenar joint. Right. I don't need no Ebenar joint in these shoes either, baby. Okay.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Baby, Ebenar Jordan. If you go to send out cease and desist, baby, I will run remnant girl lit IP address to you, baby. I will gather her email so you can correspond with her, honey. Okay, I'm just the middle space for dialogue, baby. All statements, beliefs, issues made here on this platform ain't got a goddamn thing to do with CTV. Okay, go ahead, Kang.
So the thing about all of this is, you know, when I reported on this story, nobody else said anything about it.
Yeah.
No one said anything.
Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think the story wasn't picked up? Because I was pretty shocked that there had been such low coverage as well, because I had, after listening to your initial commentary, I had went and searched to see if other content creators had spoken about the situation. There was really nothing there.
I mean, you're going to see people that's coming at me.
Yeah, exactly. But not necessarily focus on the actual story at hand. Mm-hmm. And why do you think that is?
It's me. You know, people have a gripe to pick with me, or a bone to pick with me that's really of their own. And so it's not even Jives did XYZ. It's just that you just got motherfuckers who don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, and if you didn't, and I made a Facebook status the other day, bitch, if you didn't like me now, you didn't like me then. You was upholding a seat with hating your fucking heart, period.
Yeah.
So, you know, people ain't gonna say nothing. You know, they're not gonna say anything.
Do you think that the lawsuit scared some other content creators away too, since we're living in that era of people suing bloggers and suing content creators? Or no, you think they pretty much was it because it's you, it's like to hell with it?
I think it wasn't the fact that I was being sued.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that no one touched it because it was just like, who is he?
Okay.
Who is this raggedy bitch? You get what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is he? And like, you know, like it wasn't like dickhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm not even talking about him no more is because I don't care, bitch. I'm out this shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, my shit has been 86. You know, it is what it is. You know, he wanted some of the King.
That part. he got enough fuck on his ass any damn way at this point. Yeah. All right. Okay. Got it. My. Okay. So because we still got quite a bit of things to get into. But in just wrapping up the your response here, plaintiffs claims fail because any alleged act on the part of defendants was not the proximate cause of any injury. Okay, pursuant to provisions of Rule 12 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, plaintiff's complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted against these answering defendants. Okay, so once again, he's failed to really explain the way in which he's been impacted, and shit, what I'm looking at in terms of where he resides, this man, I don't see a Band-Aid nowhere. I don't see a cast. I don't see a Band-Aid. I don't see a defibrillator. I don't see asthma pump. I don't see a damn breathing machine. It don't look like there's been no damn injury to this man's reality to me, and that's a big. That's kind of the foundation of any defamation lawsuit. Is you can't just complain and whine to the courts. There has to be tangible damage done to you. That's the only way the courts can get involved. They can't measure your hurt ass feelings. There has to be measurable damage. So in what way has this impacted your livelihood? In what way has this commentary, based upon things that can be argued to also be true, according to not only just the defendant, but to ex-alleged members of THCCI, etc., and he didn't lay any of that out, and that's going to certainly come back to bite him in his ass. It also reads here that finally, as a separate and alternative defense to plaintiff's complaint, these answering defendants allege that the claims contained within the complaint may be barred by any and all of the affirmative defenses contemplated by Rule 861 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. The extent plaintiff's claim may be barred by one or more of said affirmative defenses not specifically set out above and cannot be determined until defendants have had the opportunity to conduct full discovery. Defendants incorporate all said affirmative defenses as set forth fully herein. Okay, and signed and sealed by your attorney, Mr. Tinginger of the law firm out in Miss PA.
See, what you did not go over,
okay,
was the notice of order of pretrial conference.
I can bring it up. You want me to bring it up? I have it here.
Excuse me.
I got quite a bit of shit up in here, honey.
On page 5, he has they're talking about doing a protective order on the discovery.
Wait, okay, hold on. So we got to pull that up. Okay, wait a minute. Am I looking at it here? The expert discovery, the parties participate that will and will not require expert witnesses. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
I'm looking at page 5 of the notice of order for pretrial conference. Or are you talking about another?
No, yeah, you right there. It says discovery issues. Actually, no, this is page 6. I think this is page 6.
Let me share my screen so we can see this with you. Okay, page 6 here.
Page 6.
Oh, other discovery issues.
Yes, that's it right there. Yes.
Oh, okay. So do you want me to read this or you want to read this?
Protective order, the part which we have not, but they this is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not even gonna deal with that. We're gonna leave that alone. I see y'all down in the comments gonna leave it alone. It says protective order. The parties have discussed whether they believe that a protective order is necessary to govern discovery and jointly submit a proposed protective order report identifying any areas of disagreement. So then my thing is, why are we protecting the discovery?
Wow.
Exactly, Lunye. What no motherfucking damage. Damn it, you out here living a La Vida Loca around this bitch. Talking about some goddamn somebody hurt you. Motherfucker.
Ran a month, allegedly.
Bitch, this is a hit back. You know, I'm gonna get you back because you talked about me. Oh, but daughter of God.
And that's what a frivolous lawsuit is.
That's all
it is. Look back.
When it's all over, baby, you gonna be every niece, punk, wanna God.
No, stop it. Nope. he gonna be. Hopefully, he'll be a renewed entity, child. He'll be a new creature. Okay, in the energy of the Christ, honey. Shout out to Teresa for the Cash App. Thank you, love, so much. Wow. So they are trying to protect, but how? This is
the proposed. This is the proposed. This is what they're wanting. This is what they're wanting. This is what that side. This is what they want. They want to like pick out because they don't want any of his financials and anything. They don't want any of that public. Which I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Well, what they want. So what he actually wants to accomplish here is not necessarily because he has to in a litigation, but he's trying to make sure that he puts you under a gag order so that you don't have the right to go and talk publicly about everything that's going to come out as a result of his finances having to be put on Front Street. And why he wants that hidden is going to be very interesting.
Why do you want to hide it? Why? Like, you did it. Why do you want to hide it? Like, I mean, I talk about this like I talk about anybody else. So I'm like, why do you want me to hide your stuff? Okay, like, daughter, like at the end of the day, you play, dick and pussy patty cake with this woman. No, that's in the letter.
Right. Hold on. Hold on. So talk about the letter. Like, what letter are you speaking of?
So,
the letter from who? Mm-hmm.
So the letter from the wife. She wrote an 8-page letter.
Okay,
And
I do recall that letter.
She sealed it. And in that letter, in that 8-page letter, she talked about every incident, what happened, how, you know, how he would use the word of God to make her feel like, you know, this is something that she had to do. How he would, you know, tell her that God can give me you if I just ask for him and just give him the word. I mean, all of this was very explicit. Like, and he wanted her, he would put her hand on his dick and rub all on her and groping on her.
Oh, but Jesus.
Honey, listen, I'm getting all steamy right now. Like, woo, this is a Zane novel. My God. Woo, this is hot. Like, wait a minute. Shouldn't be thinking about this, but this, let me just take the faces off because baby, there's a lot of
age when you need it, honey. This is the type, what? This is the type of freaky dicky shit that goes on Christian FaceTimes.
Listen, honey, there was a lot of groping and a lot of poking, and a lot of grabbing. I said, "Oh my God!" That's why when I read the letter, I was just like, "This cannot be. Not this holy man of God. Not the man of God." Like, and then for her to even say in the letter, this had been going on 9 years. And then also in the letter, she stated that, you know, she's glad that, you know, they didn't have sex, you know, when she was around the time, whatever, they was pregnant or whatever. And she said, because he said, this is what she said in the letter. She said, because had I had sex with you, this would be my baby. Now, here's some more tea in the letter. Here's some more tea. He is the one that married, he put her and her husband together. Yeah, man. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. He put her and her husband together and they've been fucking around for 9 years. And the husband said, Mary, my God. Just a disrespectful daughter.
This is some alleged low down gutter snipe from right up out of the hood ass Neferteria Iyanla Benzant fixing my life ass motherfucking shit here, bitch. What? The matchmaker match himself.
Mm-hmm. Trying to slide on through when I walk through. Right, a new meaning of laying hands. Oh yes. Huh.
Girl, all the shit stated on this platform is alleged according to the bitch who claimed that this was all happening on FaceTime and in church somewhere, girl. Okay. Jives don't motherfucking make the news. He just reported, child. Wow. And see, this is why the scriptures say that the first wig that God is going to snatch is the church. He ain't coming for the world first. The first wig he tugging on. The first neck bone he gonna nibble on, baby. The first neck with a divine foot on it.
The church.
It's gonna be the church house.
Mm-hmm.
Where all the real shenanigans are going on in hitting the high places. Wow.
Yeah, man.
But even in this era, right, of church hurt dialogue, talk about the trauma. Okay, hold on. Before I get there, because I don't know if I asked you this in the previous interview, but do you see this woman as a victim? Is she a victim or is she a hoe with a hoe? Is she a sinner with a sinner? What is your perspective on her?
So here's how I look at her. This is how I look at her. Mic check. Let me rock them. I'm sorry, Steve.
It's clear, honey. That throat is clear for now.
Excuse me. I do, because I can't say that I've been in situations like this. Mm-hmm. I have seen situations like this where the preachers make you feel like this is the will of God. Yeah. And because you are so caught up in the church, you believe it. Okay, you believe I know you not there. I'm sure damn sure not there no more. Cause bitch, you come rolling up on me talking about God said we need to fuck. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you right now, bitch, don't put God in this. Just say you want to fuck.
That's
Okay.
what I was about to say, baby. Baby, in a conversation of whether I want to do the nasty or not, we ain't even gotta. God ain't gotta be in the conversation.
Baby, God ain't gotta do nothing with
We
this.
ain't gotta call God up, baby. We ain't gotta get him on the line at
Just,
all,
just,
honey. You know, we
just
can
tell me
we can reason amongst ourselves, baby. We don't need the
honey,
intervention of the Lord.
honey,
Okay.
just tell me you want me to walk through when I walk through. Just tell me you want me to walk through. So, I don't.
But what you're saying is that so it can be slightly argued that this could be considered grooming to some extent, where you have a what? What do you? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
She was 8 months preggo with her husband's baby once there was okay.
So let me finish. I don't necessarily see her as not a victim, because when people are for lack of a better word simple-minded, they believe anything that the preacher says. So if the preacher say God say boop skip bop, they gonna jump. Okay, and you believe it because you're so caught up in that world that you'll do whatever they say do, and in the back of your head you just like, this don't seem. And so that's what she was saying in the letter. She was like, I did everything he said to do because I really wanted to believe God and all of this. Woo, woo, woo.
So where does accountability come in for people who think that way, right? Because religion is a very high moral playing ground to play on. It's all about morality and ethics and rules and sin and do's and don'ts, and that's like the foundation of religion is all these rules. And here it is, you have so then where does like because I'm sure if we're taking the Christian narrative, right? If we're taking the Christian narrative as every man is going to give an account of themselves, it means that when God meets this woman, according to Christianity, the person that helped her to indulge in sin ain't gonna be standing there with her. She's gonna have to give a personal account for her grown, free-willed adults. And I'm sure that the first question that's gonna come out of God's mouth, out of the Christian God's mouth, is you are
listen. Not only that, but when you read the letter, she also talked. This is why I can't say she's not a victim. In the letter, she talked about how that this man told her that God said to tell your husband, who I married, y'all, God said to tell your husband to quit his job and to work for the church. So not only is she put in an uncompromising situation, but now it's like, if you tell on me, you already know where I'm going with this. If you tell on me,
he who controls the finances,
your husband could lose his job, and now what you gonna do?
And see all of that. If I want to be clear, we're talking if this is all true, this is allegedly that was strategy. That was strategy to get the husband to step down so that he could be in control of finances, which could help the extortion and blackmailing and the pressure that was being pushed. But once again, right, when this woman is standing before God, the first thing God, I'm sure, is going to ask all of us who put the man, God is going to say, where did I tell you to put the man before God? Y'all are putting the man before God and then using it as a justification to paint yourself as the victim so that you don't bear as much responsibility in the choices that you made. And I don't think God gonna stand for that shit when it comes to these eternal confrontations with all of our asses. I don't like all the games we play with each other and we play with our own minds about our bullshit. I'm sure there's gonna be no space to pussy pop in front of the creator I'm sure it's going to be the one space where you don't even have the ability to pussy pop. You will be forced to, just how exorcists go before the demon possessed and compel the demon forward. The Lord gonna be compelling truth, baby, truth and justice. And you ain't gonna even have the ability to say it and pussy pop and distort and remix the truth and to rationalize your bullshit the way that we do to ourselves or each other. So it's really there is a conversation that is legit around grooming. But I just want to also be clear, when we're talking about adults as well, that having a conversation around grooming does not alleviate personal responsibility.
Yes.
It doesn't.
This is the thing she was saying. She said it happened so long and it started when she was younger.
So how young are we talking?
She was like, I think like 18, like freshly going, I think the college.
She was young, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, 9 years into this. So you got all this going on. You're believing what this man is saying. It was off and on, off and on.
Well, here's my thing. Like, did she even challenge him? Just like, did she say, okay, if what we're doing is justifiable, why are my marital vows that shall be faithful and not cheat? Can you reconcile that for me, Pastor?
So from what I read in the letter, and even having conversations with her, it was like in her head, like, this does not feel right. But because he's saying, God, you are the Lord's amen. God is wanting to use you, but you have to be close to me, and whatever I say, go. And that's what it was. So it's like you're manipulating and you're using God, the Bible, for your own benefit. But allegedly, I'm told that she ain't the only woman.
Unfortunately, in cases like this, there never is just one in these instances. Typically, when it comes to situations like this, and this is a hypothetical and according to an alleged, but typically in these type of situations, yeah, it's never just one person. My God, today, wow. Now I don't know how much you saw of the live stream that he did, the sermon he gave the night after me and your interview, but he said the context for his behavior was the fact that he was exposed to pornography by a uncle in his life, and that this essentially set his mind up to be mentally delayed, or to there be some intellectual stunting that took place as a result of this perversion at this young age of his uncle taking him to a porn store and
excuses. Honey, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what your uncle did at 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. You are a grown-ass man that's using your power of persuasion to sit out here and do what you want to do with somebody else. You are so quick to tell somebody they're going to hell. You know the Bible front, back, left, side, flip it up and down, fried, dyed, and led to the side. You use your powers at B to control and manipulate somebody else. So now all of a sudden, I was abused when I was 12, and this is what made me do it. But let me tell you something. You are a grown-ass person, and you have a whole ass wife, and you got children. You know fucking better. You did what you wanted to do. Okay, cuz I don't know if you ever got whoopings before.
I got one. I was a good child. I was a goody two-shoe. My brother took all the lashings.
Okay, but I know I got my ass whooped a few times. And so when I got my ass whooped, it was for something that I did. It wasn't like...
Hold on. For a minute. Josh, it was preached over the pulpit. It was a live stream that he did in his church on the stage the
Yep.
night after me and Jives interviewed, and he privated that live stream immediately after that live stream gathered, which is why so many people don't know that sermon even happened. And my mouth was on the floor the entire time watching that.
It was the sermon. It was supposed to be the last 7 sayings of Christ that Friday night. That's when he preached that, and the video is still private.
Yeah.
So, and even if he does, the thing about it is the internet has a way of saving that, and it can be gathered.
Oh, that's still in YouTube's vault. Even if he deleted that live stream from Facebook or deleted it from YouTube, wherever it went up at, even if he deletes it on his end, it's still retrievable on YouTube. And all YouTube got to do is be subpoenaed for the live stream. And they do this all the time. Mm-hmm.
So, child, somebody said weird.
But you were in the middle of saying something. You were going somewhere before I had spoke to that situation. I forgot where you was going to.
I don't know. My mind went somewhere.
No, but I know you were talking about like the persuasion, the power of persuasion, etc. Oh, and him in porn, and allegedly this kind of influence, and said, "Stop reading the chat. Engage me. Leave that chat alone."
No. This somebody I know. This Lunye. So this is the thing. Now he wants to be, let's be transparent. We have to be forgiving. And I'm just like, even in the complaint that he did, he said that he did not put 2 ladies out of the church for marrying a Muslim man. And I'm like, yes, you did. I have the conversations and the people are there. So just in case, okay, just in case, I'm like, they're there. So either way it go, this is why I'm saying.
I guess he's saying, hell, if she gonna say that I groomed her, then I'm gonna say, shit, my uncle groomed me, hell.
And that's my excuse why I did it to her.
That's why my mouth was on the floor, because it was like, and you can tell people who don't have like PR training or they don't have PR in their life, because they make these type of mistakes where they succumb to the pressure to correct the narrative, and then they call themselves being transparent, but then they don't realize that if you actually want to bring yourself to speak about the truth, you're going to completely contradict your claims around being slandered, etc. Even though the lawsuit is also not just about this alleged controversy, it's about these innuendos that he's citing, etc., which, as you have already stated, were taken out of context, etc. Is Wayne married, right? He has a first lady, right? Okay, so in that live stream, how do you feel about the fact that he also spoke about how his wife also knows about this, etc., etc.?
It's typical in the church. It's typical in the church that a first lady typically knows, for the most part, what's going on, which can lead you to believe that there is some dysfunction in the household. And so all of the, like, your wife knows, and we're going, like, I heard the part, we're going through counseling and if y'all going through counseling, why the fuck is you suing me? You going through.
They remind me of, Josh. They remind me of
Honk for Jesus.
The Grays. The devil made my husband do it. That this is sin. This is sin. This Christianity is very scary, because the way the scriptures can be, like the way you can be socialized around the scriptures, can be so manipulative. It's so much opportunity to be groomed, to rationalize and normalize narcissistic abuse, to be sacrificial in this way. Like it's religion is very, very scary at how much room it gives for people who do not have virtuous intent. It is a place that can be a cesspool for the most diabolical and self-loathing and evil of individuals. It can also be a place, obviously, for the righteous as well, because lots of people wouldn't be who they are and where they are without great people in ministry, serving the community, providing emotional support, mental support, financial support. The church has also been critical in those areas as well. And then you also have the dark side of the pendulum. You have the dark side of the coin, which are these instances where there's a lot of trauma inducing things that take place. So is there anything you want to say before we move on from the lawsuit? Because we got another type of discussion to get into as well. And so is there anything else? You have responded. Great response. Shout out to Tinginger. Shout out to the attorney at large, okay, for doing his fizzle. Oh, before we wrap up this discussion and move into the other discussion, you have a pretrial conference. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? What can you tell us about what is to be expected on the 23rd?
I'm really not nervous at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just really want this over with, because I'm like, if this was a Tasha case, oh shit.
You could say unhinged. I mean, the bitch got $1 million at this point. It ain't like nobody don't not know her. So
if this was a Tasha case situation where I purposely, maliciously went after him, that would be one thing. But this is not that. It's just I did a story, I talked about it, went on about my goddamn business. I rehashed it in January because I was like, well, here's just the updates. Everybody was asking me about the updates. And I'm like, we don't have any updates. There's some information that's out there, but other than that, we don't have anything else at all. So at that point, I'm just like, I don't have. So how do I feel? I'm just like, well, I have my facts, proofs, and receipts, and that's all I know.
Yeah. Period. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what in the hell take place. I'm glad your spirits is up. I'm so glad you're going in with a great attorney. And like I said,
thank you to everybody who has supported. Remember that this is about $10,000-$15,000. So I do still need you.
So let's talk about that briefly as well. So obviously, so you and your attorney have already had a discussion around what the cost will look like for this thing to go to trial, etc. And that number, as you just said, is $10,000 to $15,000. Now, when you said that to me on the phone, my mouth dropped because it's almost like the people praying for you, like those prayers are very anointed, because that's a really low ball cost for an attorney regarding a federal case.
So what he's really, honestly, I did the work for him. Yeah. All the man really needed to do was just type up some papers and present it to the court. I did the work for him. I gave him, everything that he needed. He didn't have to work hard. He didn't have to look for anything. He didn't have to go digging for this. Baby, I was like, whoo, 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 whoo. There you go. So, tentatively, these people like to drag situations out. So he was like, if this, potentially goes the way it's supposed to go or can go, it's going to be between $10,000 and $15,000. So I got to pay this man like $1,500 every 2 weeks, whatever. And I'm just, the frustrating part about it is, this is fucking with me because I still got to live. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I got to pay a lawyer for some bullshit. And I really do appreciate him because he's been very attentive to me. And so I appreciate that.
I mean, he's been extremely charitable and reasonable in what he's, because you talk to somebody who has seen people that I know spend $150,000 fucking dollars on a trial, on an injunction. I mean, I'm saying, even the YouTube, the YouTube uploader who was had a gag order put on him, his estimation to see trial during his litigation was 60 grand. So from the plaintiff 160K to the defendant 60K, and then for you to have 10, 15, that's a blessing. That's on the strength of prayer right there.
Well, so the thing about it is, it's like, you know, there's a high hope of, I'm not even gonna say it out loud, but there's a high hope that, you know, things can be handled a certain way. And so hopefully, you know, crossing my fingers and my toes. And so I'm ready for this to be really over with.
For sure. Because
I'm like, this is really nonsense. And out of all the stories that I've done, you know, now you want to play dickhead. You want to play Bishop Whitehead.
Yeah.
And you want to be out here talking about, oh, he attacks all the black churches. Oh, is that what you want to say now? Oh,
that's always the excuse for the buffoonery. But it's another way to protect the buffoonery is to cast crazyment on those who bring attention to the crazyment.
Yeah. So again, you know, to everybody who has done something, to everybody who will support, who will give towards this or anything like that, I just want to say in advance, thank you all. We really don't have to work too hard, but you still got to pay these people. I mean, lawyers are who they are, even though it's going to be simple, easy street for them. They still going to want their money. They're going to charge whatever they charge.
Yeah.
And with that,
I have good faith that you will get the community support that you need as this thing plays out. And like you said, hopefully it doesn't play out to the end, that this thing will more than likely. Before we go there, what I have on the screen, you guys, here is anybody who want to continue to sow a seed into King Jive's legal fund. This is all of his information, his Cash App, his Zelle, his Venmo, his PayPal, etc. This actually is from the old, I probably have to edit this. This is probably from the old interview that I put up, but all the information is there. And we are going to come back. I can tell you right now, this platform is invested in supporting you, so we plan on continuing to help you to raise money accordingly and moving forward until this thing turns out in your favor and comes to a fucking end. So for those of you who are interested in supporting, you can. I am going to bring Jives back, okay, at different interims when he needs our help, so that we can get in there and do what needs to be done. I was going to ask you, regarding the pretrial coming up, are you interested in mediation? Do you want to see this thing go to trial? Do you want for the court to wrestle with what this man is claiming, and by litigating, it does give all this information the opportunity to come up and out into the broader daylight? Or are you interested in coming to an imano? If he gets the mediation and says, hey, we can stop this right now. I just want you to stop your commentary. I want you to take things down off your blog, take videos down off of your channel, and then we can just dead this right now. We don't even have to go any further in litigation. Would you be okay with that?
So this is how I feel about the mediation, although that's not happened yet.
Yeah.
I feel like this. If you want to mediate something, and see, taking down something would be like an admission of guilt. Now, what I would be willing to do is I wouldn't mention your funky ass again. That wouldn't be a problem. Like, I wouldn't say shit about you, because I don't give a damn. Like, you was a story. You know what I'm saying? You was a story, and we moved the fuck on. But as far as removing things, you would have to pay me to remove something, because I didn't lie. And the only way I will remove is if you pay me. But I mean, that would be the only stipulation. But just out of removing it because you asked me to, that would be in a sense of me having some sort of admission of guilt, and I'm not guilty of anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I reported a story like I do with everybody else, And everything that I reported, I have my facts, proofs, and receipts on that.
Wow. Okay. The only thing I would add to that, Jives, is if you're gonna take one for the team, there needs to be a verbal agreement and consensus between you and the public and those who and they need to commit to also supporting you financially through this, because it's not like you're going to be able to move forward just off of freedom and non-inconvenience. You're going to have to take time to litigate. You're going to have to retain a lawyer. You're going to have to be responsible for that invoice, etc. So if you're going to stand on principle, etc., then you, as a public figure who kind of got into this position because you are offering public aid, you're standing up for people, you're bringing attention to someone that the community wants you to bring that attention to. I think the community also then has a responsibility to be supportive and to be collaborative as well.
Correct.
Okay, so for those of y'all who want Jive, go take them down. Okay, pull out your pocketbooks too when you're talking that. Pull out your wallets when you're talking. Take them down, Jive. Taking them down or riding the truth, baby. Got a price tag on it. Okay.
Period.
It got a big ass price tag on it. Okay, so there got to be that type of community effort on both ends. Okay, now moving from there. They're allegedly, right, is supposed to be, there may be an alleged interview. Okay, and I'm going to keep it cute because I already know. I'm going to keep it cute because you already catching enough slack from this decrepit, bald-headed, no edges having ass bitch. So I'm just going to keep it real Christ-like, girl. And talk to you about your homegirl, honey. Now, are you able to substantiate or non-substantiate the fact that there may be or may not be a interview potentially in the works between William McWig and Wayne Felton of Minnesota?
So I'm gonna say this. Because this is a private conversation. So I don't know if there is going to be an interview or not, if you want me to be honest with you. I got a phone call and I'm only just talking about this because it just is what it is. You want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, apparently, hell, it's going to be something that's going to be presented to the public. So,
So, you know, I got a phone call, you know, from William, and, you know, he said, you know, he asked me about it. And I mean, I was like, you know, I appreciate it. Thank you, you know, for even calling me and, you know, asking me about it. You and I had the conversation. We were talking about the case. We were talking about the show. And I said, hey, you know, I said, Bobblehead called, you know, William and XYZ. Nothing bad said, nothing negative said. It just was what it was. And no. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
What? I thought, no. Just in case folk didn't know who the hottest blogger in the church sector is out here in these streets and had no idea, you know, about who mother is of church gossip and tea child. Okay, I just wanted to put your homegirl up here just in case folk were like, who we talking about, child?
So the reason why I am acting like this is because I am this child called me yesterday complaining and so bothered. And so I said, you know what? He's like, can you ask him to remove his, wait a minute, hold on, what? Can you know, so I was like, you know what? I'll ask, whatever. And so, you know, child, and anyways, so, you know, he said that the man called him and, you know, that was the conversation. That's what it was. And so he felt offended that I contacted you. And so he felt some type of way. And so it was what it was.
But
so
why would he feel offended about about an interview that I mean, like, it's not like the interview is going to happen in secret. I mean, it's a fucking interview. It's something that's going to be publicized. Why is he offended about you talking about something that directly concerns you? This interview directly concerns you, which is why you were caught to begin with. I would think that you would have the right to state whatever and share whatever you want to share. I mean,
can you take him off the
okay. Per your request.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why. You know what? He said to me that we are the cause of his daddy having a stroke and a heart attack.
So daddy, because both of the daddies on record rebuked him.
Okay, so here's my thing. This was, and I tried to just, kind of deal with the situation and move on. But you know what's funny about this whole situation? Conscious. I was about to call your other name, your government name. But yeah, that's because we know each other, god damn it. Talk to the people down there in the audience and shit.
Instagram made me give it up anyway to get my goddamn verification mark. So it is what it is.
Don't you hate that shit? So
I did, but I don't even give a damn no more.
So I was like, because I was like, I remember when. I was like Keisha Cole. I remember when. Remember you. For years, this man has been after me because I was a free spirit in the church. I didn't care. And so when I finally came out, it was all attack because I was going to the bishop church and I was openly honest about my sexuality. And that's what it was. So he was coming after me. I finally did my own story and it was what it was. Then, he came after my mom and all of this stuff. And finally I got pissed off and I was over him and I just snapped the fuck off. So, now him and so many other raggedy motherfuckers out here want to spin a narrative. Oh, I was kicked out the church. Oh, my license was snatched.
So there's no truth to the fact. So there's no truth to you getting a termination paper from Kojic.
Hell no.
Okay. So where do you think that? So where did that rumor derive from? Why would people be saying that?
Some church punks. That's where it came from. Some church punks. And I'm like, not now one of y'all motherfuckers can produce shit like that. Cause I promise you, had a bitch kicked me out of church, bitch, it would have been alive right then and there. Fuck y'all talking about.
I agree because I can't imagine you remaining quiet about the termination papers.
Bitch, I'm fired. Shots fired. Bitch, I'm talking about, bitch, it would have been a holy bomb dropping around this motherfucker. Cause I'm like, bitch, y'all, you ain't gonna kick. Bitch, I would have been like shouting, John, bitch, you ain't gonna kick me out of the church. Hell you talking about?
So
let's move on.
Okay, so there may or may not be an interview happening, you guys. I guess we'll see. Okay. So it is what it is. Okay, so moving into more drama. Unfortunately, there has been quite a few breakdowns, and those breakdowns have transpired publicly. I know recently you did a video telling some of your foes and ops to absolutely suck every inch of your Kojic dick, to eat your apostolic ass, and you really gave it up to the girls. Now, I'm going to be fully clear and transparent here, and I know, we agreed to this beforehand. So one of the issue, some of that tension is coming from previous friends, I'm sure that you would have called them then, and panel members, some of the ex-members of the King's Court, which were Thais and what's the start with a K? I think
Kyrie
and Thais. Okay, we already know the history regarding the breakdown with the King's Court, the first version of the King's Court. Now, obviously, there's been some resurgence of issues because I guess Thais has been given commentary regarding your lawsuit, etc., that commentary did not feel sincere or genuine to you. It felt as though it came from a shady, robust place, very dense place, a very
Now, this is you saying this. I ain't said shit.
okay. So what would it take? Because obviously a lot of people loved you guys together. They loved you all together. They love what y'all created together. They love the sisterhood amongst all of y'all. And a lot of people were really sad. A lot of people were distressed as a result of the falling out. And a lot of people have continued to be distressed as a result of this gap between you and the ex-members as well. What's your feelings about that? What's your feelings about the commentary about the lawsuit, etc., and some of the advice being that you need to just essentially run around with your head cut off and beg this man to retract his statement, or some people even believing that you should be sued, etc. Yeah.
So my thoughts are this, and I've said this from the very beginning. And I think honestly, people don't know when someone is actually being genuine. When I said from the very beginning that I don't have it in my heart to really come at this man like that, I really meant that shit.
Now, are you talking about Thais only? Or are you talking about both kings, ex-kings?
Well, see, there's a difference with Kyrie, because Kyrie initially didn't have nothing at me. You know what I'm saying? It was everybody else. See, this is why I'm further confused, because I'm just like, in the inbox, you say one thing, but then when you're in the chat and on the platform, is every bitch motherfucker, he this, he that, do. And I'm just like, what? So, you know, that's why I'm a little befuddled, because I'm just like, okay. And so
you're saying that Kyrie is playing both sides. When it comes to you, he's acting okay, but then he gets into the other space and there's another energy about you in that space.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. So you know, when it was sent to me the other night, and I sat there and I listened for a brief moment, I was just kind of like, are we still here? Don't make me big on the stream, please don't. I was just kind of like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if I really felt some type of way about this man, it would be that. You know, if I really felt some type of way about, you know, either one of them, we would have never did a show. That's the thing. And I stand on that. I stand on the fact that I did a show with these individuals because I actually like them. And so for all of this stuff, all after the fact, I'm just like, y'all, like, if I really wanted to get at you, I really would. But it's like, there's nothing in me to really want to get at you. Like, I'm not, listen, for anybody who has ever watched me for any length of time, if I want to get somebody, I will get you, period. And I'm like, there's nothing for me to get none of them. Like, what you want me to talk about you stating the obvious? You know what I'm saying? You want me to call you every fat motherfucker, every big da-da-da-da-da-da, all this other stuff? I mean, like, why? When it was never that. I let these people on my show and we collaborated together and did all this stuff like that because I really liked you all, for real. And the whole narrative of I was jealous, bitch. I don't have a bitch. Have you listen? Is this Leo about to come out? This Leo is about to come the fuck out. Listen, first of all, look at me. I am not ugly by far. Yes, I'm a little chunky, but I don't give a damn. Somebody like it. And at the end of the day, bitch, I love me. This is why people don't like me, because I have confidence and I'm assured within myself, and I don't give a damn what somebody else got to fucking say. So at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not pressed about somebody else growing. Bitch, I had y'all on my channel to grow. And that was the whole conversation from the very beginning. And it's like, here we go. So I just sat back and they just talked and they talked and they talked. And I'm just like, okay. Okay. So, I mean, we're here. So then it's like when I hear people saying, oh, you need to be sued. They need to get you. They need to do this and da-da-da-da-da. You need to get this done to you. Da-da-da. I'm just looking like, damn. Damn. I would hate for you to be sued. I would hate for you to be. So, you know, it just is what it is. And so I can't make somebody want to do right. I can't make somebody like me. I can't make somebody, you know, whatever. I can't. I just can't. And Elizabeth, exactly. Niggas keep doing bullshit over and over again. This is why I told my mods what I told them. Don't bring me no bullshit. And after that night, I was ever more surprised with an additional person that was on that live as well. So when I got through, I went block these bitches. I sure the fuck did. I went block these motherfuckers because I felt like, wow. So now I'm gonna tell you, like I told, I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told Conscious the other day, I got an issue with people being in my face now. I got an issue with people in my inbox now. Hold on, did I miss a phone call? I got an issue with people sitting out here, you know, want to have a conversation with me because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know who real and I don't know who fucking fake. Y'all sitting up out here playing in my goddamn face, and then y'all sitting up out here talking shit behind my back. Do you know how long that shit has been going on? I'm good. Okay.
So would you be open to a public or private sit down with both Kyrie and Thais in order to dissolve the tension that keeps bobbling up to the surface in the public? Like, would you, is it not to be friends, not to reconcile, not to, you know, not for y'all to have camaraderie, but to squash? Do you think, is that possible? Are you open to anything of the sort?
So I say this with all sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
I say this with all sincerity. I have tried this. I attempted to do this. People are going to feel like if hey, hell, you know what? If you want to do it just for shits and giggles, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm just in a place, especially mentally, where I just don't give a fuck no more. Like, you know, we tried this with somebody else, right? We tried this with somebody else, and we see how that went. And they still out here, you know, whatever. And so I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm over trying to reconcile with people who I really don't care that much for, and I'm never going to meet in life. I actually went to California and I actually extended, and I wanted to, you know, have lunch, breakfast, shit with this bitch. And he act like he was so scared, but then next thing I know, had his motherfucking ass in a motherfucking Uber with somebody else in the car going to get some goddamn Popeyes. So if you was that affected about seeing me about some goddamn coronavirus, you sure got your fat fucker ass out there that goddamn car going to get you some motherfucking Popeyes. So this is what that's what started letting me see, like, bitch, we were on a fucking show for 4 fucking years, and bitch, I'm in California for my goddamn birthday, and I want to see the person who I call goddamn brother.
And see, that right there is how I know that there is unfinished business between you and the ex-king, and there is definitely a love, whether you or ex-king want to admit to it, because people who don't love each other can't piss each other off like this. And when you both go to react to each other, when y'all both go to respond to each other, it comes from a real raw place, and that place is still an open heart. That's the wound. That's what the wound really is that the heart is still open, but the both of you are very dishappy. Not that ain't even a word. Dissatisfied with the way things have happened and not being able to be more amicable regarding y'all's issues.
But see, Conscious, here's the thing. The reason why I respond the way that I respond is because I did everything with no intention of anything back in return. Mm-hmm. I did the platform, the creation of the graphics, all of this. Even when that bitch got on here talking about, oh, I want to thank Consciouztv for helping me get my numbers up. I said, so what the fuck was you doing on my goddamn platform for 4 fucking years? You know, it was just like a slap in the face. That's why I said, bitch, if you hate me, you always hated me. And I went in blind and willing to help somebody that I liked. And I didn't care. I had nothing in my heart against this person. I had nothing in my heart against this person. So it is, I'm sitting here and it's like, you know, like, okay, you know, when I'm hearing all this stuff now, I'm like, damn, so you really felt like this all the goddamn long. Because let me tell you something. Conscious, when me and you fell out, mm-hmm. how I felt in the beginning is still how I feel now. Yeah. I loved you then still loved you now. I was pissed at you at one while, still loved you, and we didn't talk for a minute, and then we got that shit together. This is what I'm saying. Like, we all us work together. You get what I'm saying? Like, we were actually, I felt, this is my first time really being vocal about this shit on your live, on my page too. When I opened up this shit 4-5 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. I went in wanting to have fun. That's what it was. Yeah. We went in wanting to have fun. I pulled this nigga together. It was 4 of us. And then I said, you know what, y'all, let's make it a little diverse. Before I did the diverse, I said, y'all can put your cash apps up because, you know, obviously I ain't got no money to pay y'all. So whatever the people do to bless y'all, that is y'all stuff. I don't want anything in return. I don't want nothing. I want you all to be blessed, and whatever they do for you, that's yours. You don't owe me anything. That's my truth. And so for people acting like I'm jealous because they're the Cash App queen, bitch, I don't need no goddamn Cash App. These motherfucking bills stay paid around this bitch. Bitch, I'm the reason why you got fucking eyeglasses. I'm the reason why you was able to get the shit you got right now. Bitch, it was because of me. But it's motherfuckers like this, I don't get no goddamn thank you. And it's all this smear campaign. Oh, Jives is a bitch. Jives is a motherfucker. Bitch, I wasn't a motherfucker when you was on the goddamn show and everybody, we was all kikiing and caca and everything like that. I wasn't all that then. So this is what makes me pissed. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, if you felt like this now, you felt like this then. And I really wish you could have been honest with me and went the fuck on about your business. Because what I don't like is somebody smiling in my fucking face and then going behind my back doing some bullshit. Because my heart was right towards each and every last one of them. When me and all of these niggas, when we had issues, we talked about this shit. We talked about it after a while, especially with London. So now it's like, fuck Jives, he need to get this, fuck Jives. And I'm just like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. And I told Auntie Did, I was like, y'all don't send me shit. I'm good. Cause that in my heart, I'm good. Cause I'm like, I really didn't have nothing evil for these niggas. It is just what it is. And if y'all feel some type of way about me, because I know they're going to make another motherfucking show, because what these bitches try to do is they try to capitalize off some fuck shit. And so what it tells me is, bitch, you was never in this shit for the game. You was in this shit to gain your numbers and go the fuck on and turn around and attack. That's what that shit was. That's what that shit was. And as y'all can clearly see, everybody on these YouTube streets cannot be fucking friends. Me and Conscious met long time ago. Long goddamn time ago. Bitch, I was living in fucking Memphis. I think I had maybe 16,000 subscribers. Bitch, I met Conscious a long goddamn time ago. And it was never about subscribers. It was never about that. Bitch, we wanted to fuck, okay? If you want me to be motherfucking honest. Yeah, man. Bitch, I was gonna get them cheeks.
This is gonna tell all the church's business all over again. Okay,
I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I think so. No, but we really liked each other, and that's just what it was. And so
I always considered Jives a friend, even when things were the worst between us. That's why certain things still couldn't be crossed. Like, it wasn't going to be no doxing. It wasn't going to be no dragging family. It wasn't going to be doing none of that. Like,
that's why I wasn't going out this like that.
Yeah, I couldn't even bring myself to even go into those areas, because this was somebody I actually loved and cared about. I was terribly upset and frustrated with him, but I was very clear about the fact that I loved him and I considered him a friend, you know. And me and Josh have had long discussions, and I've also stood in the gap for my friend at various times when he was going through the whole thing with Texas and all of that shit going on, and there was all that, like, so we've been through we had our bond. We've had friendship develop over a period of time, and their relationship was certainly not perfect, as no friendship is. I think, matter of fact, shit, I'm old enough now to understand that disagreeing with your friends does not necessarily have to become the end of the friendship. That people should be able to disagree, even get on each other's nerves. I know you have spoken about Miko, and y'all have had screaming matches. Every relationship is like that. Me and Larry's friendship is the same. We don't agree. We fucking argue. You know, like, it's that way with every close relative that I have. And so it's been a pleasure to actually grow even in this friendship. But yeah, because that love was still a point of focus, the fighting for us both, I believe, it still stayed in a shallow place. Mm-hmm. Like, you would be like, yeah, that unicorn face bitch,
My Little Pony,
that Goku head ass bitch. Like, we kept it in a very, very, very shallow way, and luckily we were able to recover. And that's probably why I'm a believer that there can be restoration as well in friendships, because I've seen it so many times. I like, it doesn't have to be the end. So then my question to you is, do you believe that Kyrie, because I know that you just said now you believe that they had to have felt this way and had to have been ill-intended and superficial in the friendship from the beginning, but do you really believe that? Or, I mean, like, do you really? I mean,
that's how I feel now. Because honestly, and you can ask the guys who are still here, like, it's just some stuff I just don't like doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, you know, really gunning at somebody, and we supposed to be cool. You know, I know we throw shade at one another, whatever the case may be. That's the way friends, that's the way brothers and sisters do. You know, we be shady at each other sometimes, and we go on about our business. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you might have a pimp on your nose yesterday, and that big motherfucker might have been big as hell. Like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing with this little person on your face? You know, I mean, shit like that, you know, like. But it's like, to be just getting real low and gutter and wishing ill will. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Because if you can do that shit now, that shit's been in your heart. When that motherfucker said, somebody, when Kyrie came to me and said that this other content creator went to Thais and said this shit, this was all before the whole fallout. Mm-hmm. And then Thais came back and did this whole post and come to me telling me he wanted to leave and spread his wings. And I asked him why, and he lied to my fucking face. And I was just like, there's nothing I can do. Because if you would lie in my face, I'm not willing to even to pull it at you because it is what it is.
So are you saying they lied about what they said, or they lied about having a problem?
They lied about their feelings and what was going on. But see, what the whole telling part about it is as time progressed, he told on himself. He felt some type of way because other people came on the show and he felt that he was not the center of attention anymore.
And you're talking about
I'm talking about Titan.
Okay, but Titan. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so the show has always been centered around everybody. Yes, I'm King Jives, and this is my motherfucking platform.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I never wanted it to be solely about me. It's about the kings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are on here to have fun. If you guys are going to support, it doesn't matter who the fuck y'all support. Motherfucker, we laughed at Thais. We joked and had fun and all of this stuff. And it was just like, switch on, switch off. And it was just like, damn, if I had a problem with the man, then I would have a problem with Thais, the after show. I would have a problem with Thais after party. I would have a problem with I never had an issue with any of those things.
So you completely disagree with his narrative that the breakdown came the moment that he took a snapshot of his Cash App and submitted it to a group text. And from there, it's been troubles in the waters of Zion. Yeah.
I ain't never got no Snapchat of his fucking Cash App. And then here's the thing about that. I don't care if the bitch got $12,000 in his goddamn Cash App. Kudos. Bitch, you live in a fucking efficiency. That's probably the most you've ever had in your goddamn life. Bitch, I don't care. If the people support you, they support you. What the fuck? I'm gonna be upset about somebody who I put on and now they're doing good. The fuck does that look like? That is so dumb to me. I never cared about what these people had. That is the most thing that irritates the fuck out of me. I never cared about that. I never cared about how much money these people had. I never cared about that. I got my own stuff going on. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. I never look for none of them to do anything. That's the thing right there. I never asked any of them for nothing. That's the thing. And for people to act like I had an issue with them making money is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
So you completely disagree with that narrative.
Completely.
But that is Thais's narrative. As far as he's concerned, he feels that it is, at least in a big part, about money. And this notion, I guess, of him being the star of the show, etc. But you are establishing that, as far as you are concerned, those were not areas of contention for you. You did not have an issue with any of the attention he received, nor any of the financial restitution he received as a result of being a beloved figure on the show, and any of that.
What I kept doing, and I don't know if people remember this, what I kept doing was I kept voicing, you all stop getting in the comments trying to bring about dissension. And every time I would say that, because again, I would see the shit. And for the sake of the king, 4 kings and the kings in the court, I kept saying, stop getting in the, if you all love us, stop trying to bring about dissension amongst us. That's what I kept saying. Stop trying to do this stuff because we all love each other. I kept saying that shit. Because one, I kept saying it because I seen the fallout with all of us happen so many times. And I was like, listen, we actually know each other behind the scenes. Stop getting in the comment. Oh, baby, they'll be in the comment section. Oh, I like you better than the other kings. And I was like, y'all stop that. Don't, and not that I really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Not that I really give a fuck about who the fuck you like, but shit, like stop doing that stuff because some people can't handle that. And I was only coming in to say, y'all stop that. Because other people were getting affected. Other people were getting pissed off about it. And I was like, listen, y'all, for the sake of everybody, y'all stop that. Because we are all, I considered, we were all friends and brothers and sisters and stuff like that. And we just had, I felt that we just had that camaraderie, and I kept trying to keep peace amongst all of us because I was like, y'all, listen, we've had our fallouts, we've had our moments. Y'all stop getting in the comments trying to bring about confusion.
As Kaya said, as Maddie said to Kaya, stay about them comments, Kaya, because
so people
that shit brings contention.
So people kept, they
can still hear you.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck just happened? So people kept, inboxing this man and saying, and I told him, I said, Thais, don't get caught up. I said, Thais, don't get caught up. I'm like, do not get caught up, because people want to see us fall apart. And that's not what I know I'm not about. Okay. I said those things. They may get amnesia and shit and say that I never said it, but I said that shit. I said it publicly and I said it privately. And I said this shit publicly because I was like, you know what, y'all, until this show ends, let's just have fun. Let's not make this shit personal. Let's not make this about a knockdown, drag out, who's better than who, all kind of shit like that. Cause it's not that. It's not that. So, now all of this Jives is jealous. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's a lot. If I have to be honest as a commentator, and of course I'm going to be, of course I'm supportive of anybody who supports me. So, I at the time, that all this was transpiring, of course, I saw my fair share of commentary from the both of you. And I also saw the exchange between the entire new version of the panel and Thais coming on. And there was, a trade of insults there, and nothing really got reconciled either. And then, I would listen because Thais was very vocal about how he felt about the way things happened, etc. And what I have personally gathered based upon listening to Thais's commentary is it does for me feel like Thais doesn't realize that he projected onto you. And I say that because Thais shared how it took him a lot to really stand on his own as a commentator, that he dealt with insecurities. He was a nervous wreck. He dealt with social anxiety concerning being a content creator and being on the forefront. What that told me is that he had found a nest in what was created with you. And he had found kind of a safety zone and a place to kind of develop and to nurture his self and to kind of learn the ropes, etc. It seems to me that when other people came into the picture and the panel was expanded, that Thais found himself feeling threatened, or found himself feeling like his spot was being came from, because to even be on your panel and to even be doing the Kings was a great feat for him in and of itself. So now having to contend with 4, 3, 5 other people and also have to navigate that socially with somebody who was self-admittedly dealing with a lot of social anxiety, dealing with their own beliefs around their competence or incompetence as it relates to being able to be a content creator, etc. That in all of that emotionalness that he was going through, he did what most people do. is it's easier for us to blame the person that's changing things rather than to address our feelings around the fact that things are changing, and that's nobody's fault. Change is change. Things happen, things expand, things evolve, etc. And by projecting onto you, it led to resentment in some toe with you. It led to some ill feelings about you. The changes were interpreted to maybe what Thais was telling himself was that, well, King is the one who's insecure. He's the one that's nervous about who I am and what I bring to the table. And this is his way of swallowing me up. This is his way of eclipsing me by bringing on more characters, bringing on more personality, so that, you know, the attention that I'm receiving and the love that I'm receiving is not. Now, of course, this is not considering what you just said about the fact that you didn't have any problem with him getting financial reward, nor him being a highlight, because at the end of the day, right, that benefits you. Anybody who's liked on the panel would benefit you, because it would mean, okay, more motherfuckers are going to be coming to the show and viewing the show, because we have people that people really love. We have panel members that people are really fucking into. So that benefits the King Jive show first and foremost. So for me, in looking at a lot of the commentary, and I'm going to rest my plane here, is it did not feel like, I don't think, because, and I give a lot of grace to people when it comes to misunderstandings, because I realize that most people lack emotional intelligence. And so we get carried away with our feelings, and then we will assign a narrative to change.
Sorry.
We will assign a narrative to change or about change when it comes to dealing with change, or to avoid dealing with change. So we assign a narrative. And I think if Thais was to sit a little bit more, because I listened to his commentary over a span of time, which is how I came to this conclusion. And I remember looking at Thais's commentary like, I don't know if Thais is really hearing himself. I don't really know if he really is actually like doing the playback, because if he's hearing what he's telling the public, if he hears it back, he'll realize that his issue really wasn't Jives. His scapegoat was Jives. His issue was really himself. And I also know that it takes time for people to get there too, to a place where they can say, you know what, I did give way to narratives, and I can take responsibility for allowing my feelings and my insecurities and the things that I was struggling with to to have me misbehave or react or respond in a way that wasn't conducive or fair to, you know, the person I was in a friendship with. And I'm a very thorough listener, and I listen well when I listen to people. So, and I'll sit and listen to a person, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is very interesting. And I know and the thing about social media, Jives, and you already know this, all of us as content creators know this, is that it does not help when we bring those conversations to the public, because oftentimes we don't have a support base that's actually interested in correcting us. They feel the need to just yes man us, and that can be an issue. And so while I witness a lot of people, as Thais would speak about this from time to time on his platform, a lot of his supporters would just yes man it. Maybe yes man it because they also don't like you any fucking way. So they damn sure wasn't going to help or encourage, or or just out of like, okay, fuck it, like I'm going where you going. So if you ain't fucking with it, I ain't fucking with it. And they don't really get into the nuance of what's really explored here, whatever it is that leads to support basis being yes man. So it didn't help Thais when everybody was like, girl, fuck him. Yeah, he shady, he fucked up, he done did this to so many people. Like, it didn't help. And I didn't really see anybody coming in, especially those who were like a regular and who were heavily supportive actually being like, Thais, I think you need
No. What they did was they would inbox. They wouldn't inbox me, but they would go to Darius. They will go to London. They will go to somebody who's been there for a minute, and they would say, I don't like what Thais did. I don't. And I'm like y'all don't like what he did, but y'all stayed. You know what I'm saying? So, and to piggyback off what you just said, and that's this. The reason why, for me, I did not, go in or whatever with Thais was because when I added those people, and let me just break this down really quick. When I added said people to the group, I added them because they added to what was already going on. Thais, I felt, could hold his own ground because Thais was funny. He was a strong personality. Not one time did I consider that Thais is a person that's doing a lot of extra to cover up what the fuck is really going on back here. Not one time did I consider that, because I'm saying to myself, he's constantly on, he's constantly doing this. And not one time did I consider that he's on because he ain't got no friends. He at that house all the time. He's stuck. And this is not me being shady. I'm being factual. So, it was never, I'm trying to oust you. I'm trying to put you out. I'm trying to.
And let's also be honest too. You had the right to change your show at any point in time in any kind of way that you wanted to. That's why there's a boss in every situation, or there's an overhead. Okay, it's like you had the creative right to expand, to reduce, to remove, to edit the show accordingly, etc. This was not something that you necessarily had to, you didn't have to think about your co-stars in that way. And if they didn't like the changes, they also, I'm sure, had the right to vocalize that. And if they didn't like the fact that you were going to move forward in certain changes, they had the right to peacefully bow out as well.
I had the conversation. That's what people miss. I had the conversation of, we're going to add Jazz. I had the conversation that we're going to add Marquise. I had the conversation that we're going to, add Jay and Ashley. I had those conversations. I didn't just throw them in there. I had the conversation. I was like, I like them. They're really good. Woobly, woobly, whoop, whoop, whatever. And so I didn't think that, somebody was going to outshine the other. Like, damn, we all got shine. We all bring something to the table. And that's what that was. Now, to be very honest with you, Conscious, this is the first time out of all of the shows that I've done that I have really been vocal about this situation.
Yeah.
This situation here has caused so much friction. It is absolutely ridiculous. And for people to spin a narrative as if I'm jealous of them, I hate them, I'm mad at, and that's why I just sit back and I just was silent for so long, because I'm like, I ain't got nothing ill will towards none of y'all. So, when Taboo was out here talking and she got her song here talking about disrespect, this is disrespect for daughters. Because at the end of the day, these daughters are out here coming back and slinging so much hair and weave. And I'm just like, girl, you okay?
Shout out to hair and weave.
Oh, girl. So I'm sitting here and I'm just really befuddled, because I'm just like, not to sound real cocky, but bitch, I'm gonna toot my own fucking horn. Bitch, I put you on. If I didn't put you on, bitch, listen, y'all throwing money at motherfucking Larry, trying to get fucking Larry's attention, but bitch, all you did was made me fucking laugh. That's what you did.
So you're saying that them also heavily supporting Larry was also to spite you and to
No. I'm gonna restate what I just said.
Yes, restate.
When I met this person virtually,
You talking about Ty?
Thais.
Okay.
I met Kyrie because Kyrie did an interview with me years ago. That's how I met Kyrie. I met Thais because Thais sent me a friend request. I didn't really pay attention. But I just was up late one night, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and this nigga happened to be live. I was laughing so hard. I had to get up and go pee. And it was comical. And I inboxed him that night. And I told London, I said, London, I want to do something with him. I said, because he is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask him for nothing. I asked him for nothing. Do you hear me? We came together. I talked about it. I created a group. And from there on, it was the 4 kings. Then it was the kings in the court. What I don't like is that I did this stuff from my heart. I didn't do this with strings attached. I didn't want you to give me nothing in return.
Mm-hmm.
But I said back, Conscious.
But if you're gonna give it, you didn't even give it to me.
No. I'm not even. I'm not, I don't care about the money.
Okay, because I'm trying to follow about the.
What I did was when the divide happened. What I saw was you're over there cash apping somebody, trying to get their attention, see me and hey, woo. And I'm just like, the desperation to belong and to be a part. And I'm like, I never did you like that. Now, am I trying to have reconciliation? Fuck no. Fuck no. Because what you've done is you've allowed your inner feelings to fuck up a situation.
Okay, so be clear, you were really just checking the pick Misha in Thais as it relates to, like you said.
Yeah, it was like I'm a trash talk him. Now let me go throw some money this way. Hopefully somebody else with another equal playing field, they'll give me some attention too. And like I told them, baby, Larry's not gonna be on no show with you. Larry's not gonna sit up out here and have Larry and Thais show, or Larry and the other king. Larry's not gonna do that. You know this as well as I know this.
I mean, I can't say what Larry really won't do, but I think I know what you're trying to say is that at the end of the day, like, Larry got shit to do. And you were somebody who were already extending yourself to this person that you actually believed in, and they fall out with you, and then they go be petty in another direction. And yeah, I mean, I understand.
See, I took out time every Friday for 4 to 5 years to have a show with these individuals. I was out of town working. I brought this fucking laptop so that we could do a show on Fridays. I had to go tend to funerals in other cities 4 and 5 hours away. I brought my laptop, paid for a hotel, $300 and $400 hotel for the night, just to stay and do a show with my guys. Okay, I'm gonna stay out of the comments.
Don't look at the comments. We already cleared it up in terms of what you meant and why you said what
yes,
you said.
I just had to catch myself real quick. I'm no Ricky. Anyway,
they focus came.
So it was like my endeavor was to keep having fun with my guys.
Yeah.
And so if I did not have a show, I would always say, well, y'all go do what y'all need to do. I got to go do XYZ because I know I'm not going to be attentive to this today. And I never had a problem with Thais doing Thais After Dark. I never had a problem with Thais doing whatever Thais wanted to do.
I would see you in his comment section, rooting them on and interacting and everything.
Honey, I pushed him because I even told him, I said, Thais, why don't you go over there and get on YouTube? Because I said, you can make money on YouTube. All you need is this and this and this and do. I did those things because I felt like in my heart, there's no purpose in me being like, well, I don't want to help them. No, like these are my guys.
Yeah.
These are my guys. So I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing for myself, that they get the same thing in return.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was, this is what also happened. Your friend came on with all the mess and the drama, and I had to quickly stop fooling with them because
okay. Oh, Lord.
They came in the gate like a wrecking ball, and I kept trying to talk to them and be like, hey, I need you to kind of calm that down a little bit. And everything was all like I'm trying to be shady. And I'm just like, yo, I'm just trying to give some directions. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just trying to help y'all in moving forward because I like you. And that's what that was. And as far as Sister Pam go.
Hold on. Before we get to Sister Pam, let me say this. You and Thais situation reminds me of Iyanla and Oprah situation. You would be Oprah in this case, and Thais would be Iyanla. And I remember the discussion between Oprah and Iyanla, and Oprah was like, like I didn't, like she was like, I didn't know. Like on my end, I thought I was helping. I thought I was being productive, and I was trying to communicate that to you. And Iyanla was like, sister, like because of who I was at the time, I couldn't hear it. I couldn't see it that way. And Iyanla was like, admitting that she was operating from her own pain body. And I think that if there was going to be a discussion between you, Thais, or you and Kais, that the only way that the situation could finally rest in peace, not necessarily friends, but the situation, the closure could happen, is I think it would require a deep level of honesty and accountability on everybody's end, and more so on Thais's end, that there would have to be accountability in terms of him allowing his feelings to inform ultimately the choices he made and the way he responded and the way he interpreted the things that were happening. Because the way we feel does that. It informs us about the way we are to go about something based upon the way we see it, and the way we see it encourages the way we act toward it. So I do think it's possible for a conversation between you three. And I do hope, because there was friendship and there was real support amongst you all, and there was a sisterhood or brotherhood at some point, that you guys can have a real conversation and really move forward and allow there to be water under the bridge. Now, you just mentioned Sister Pam Esquire, the law intellect. What happened? What happened? As far as you're concerned, like what has happened?
The fuck I know. I couldn't even tell you. Because like I said, I was going through my StreamYard videos. You can go through StreamYard, you can delete stuff and make space. And I saw the video, I think the last video that I did with Pam. I think that was the video. Well, no, it was one of the videos I did with Pam and her husband. And it was all this encouragement and thank you and everything like that. And, I appreciate all this, whatever. And then old girl gets involved. And then, the whole fallout with me and Ty happens. Mm-hmm. And she's over there. And I'm telling her, I'm like, don't get involved in this. Do not get involved in this. So I hadn't seen Pam for a minute, but I remember seeing her on these platforms, and they was just going in on me, and I was just like,
"No, hold on." They?
Yeah.
Are you saying? Okay, so but you're saying she was over there, or she was also participating in the going in?
It was a participation in the comments,
okay,
and on that platform.
Mm-hmm.
And they was on each other platforms and everything. And I was just like, dang, like, what the heck is going on? So, and I know with all of that, I was just kind of like, okay. So one day I was talking about something and I asked the question, oh, I'm gonna need y'all to stop. With all that I had said, where's Pam? Because there was so much going on. I said, where's Pam? That's what I asked. So then this woman goes back and tells Pam, oh, Mario was King Jive was being shady towards you. He was doing this. And I was clearly asking where she was because I never seen her here for a while, but I saw her over there. And I was like, I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, you see mess going on over here, but you say you're not a part of mess, but you're still over there in the mess participating. And I was just like, you know what? Okay. So that last time I even referenced her was in your chat. And she came, I was talking to everybody. Hey, we was conversating about what was going on. She immediately comes in. I heard you brought my name up in your mess. And we're going to have to talk about that. Da, 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 da. And I said, whatever I was talking about at that time, I was referencing how Pam had helped and what was going on. Mm-hmm. And she said, I heard you brought my name up and we're going to talk about this. And what I said to her was...
And she said this in the comment section or she came up on the
comment section. Mm-hmm. And I said to her, I said, did I say anything wrong? Did I come at you in a negative way? I said, because I'm trying to understand. Because I never said anything damning or negative towards you.
Hold on for 1 minute. Jives. I am Delula says Conscious baby, let this go. Consciouztv is not holding on. It's nothing for Conscious to let go of. We're having a discussion about things that have played out publicly. So what I need you to do is go tell Thais and Kais to let it go. All these people have spoken and have brought their grievances to the forefront. Nobody's talking about anything that has transpired in the thick of the dark or in a nook and a crevice of the universe. And CTV ain't holding on to anything. I have dropped the link, and the reason why Thais and Kyrie are even in the discussion as well is because they've made public statements about Jives and the lawsuit, etc., and kind of compounded some other statements within that. So Jives is simply speaking to the situation, and the link has been dropped for Pam or for any other former members of the King's Court to come up and dialogue. Mm-hmm.
Do you see how people tell you to let it go? But these folks can be over here on their platforms trying to dog walk me. But they'll come back and tell me, oh, Josh, let it go. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Let it go. Bitch, I'm not frozen. And why don't y'all go tell them other motherfuckers to let the shit go? Because if y'all want peace, which I want peace, tell them motherfuckers to let it go.
And that's what really this is an opportunity to really do. It's just that Jives is being really honest. And everybody and the other parties involved would just, if they want there to be peace, if they want to reconcile things, they can hit up Jives either privately, or they can hit the link and speak to him here. And he's interested in reconciling, in letting go of whatever need to be let go of, long as everybody's going to be upfront and honest. And y'all know I'm a peacemaker, so I'm gonna take every opportunity to just at least have closure be brought between people, even if people don't want shit to do with each other, because closure don't mean friend. Closure don't mean best friend. Closure don't mean booed up. Closure don't mean none of that shit. Closure is simply closure regarding the issues that exist between. Now, back to what you were saying about the chat and things kind of going left between you and Pam, and you just kind of...
That was a whole situation with Pam. And after I had spoke my piece in the chat, I never heard anything else. But I got wind from my mods that conversations were had on different panels on Rooftop and Thais them. And I was just like, Lord God damn, y'all. Like I know I haven't physically done anything to nobody, right? And I'm like, for this much energy to be spent on this shit as if I just really had so much towards anybody is so dumbfounding.
See ya. Stay. Let me bring the comments to you. Say out them comments. Okay, you focus here.
So I mean that's the whole situation there.
So you and Pam were never able to actually like y'all never had a formal like conversation about that. It just kind of continued to spiral or morph out from there.
And I never, this is only my first time saying something about this. What made me go, I'm good. This woman FaceTimed me. She FaceTimed me. And she said, "Oh, I thought you was my husband." Click. I was like, because I said, "Oh, Pam calling me." I said, "Hey, Pam." "Oh, I thought this was my husband." I said,
"Wow, yikes." Did you not call her back? Or text her? Or like,
you know what to do at that point? Because I was like, dude. Because you know, the nigga side of me was like, call this bitch and cuss her the fuck out. I was like, nah, I ain't got that for Pam. You know, I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got that for Pam. Like, wow. I don't know what the fuck is the problem, but I'm like, I ain't got that. But I'm like, okay, whatever. I was shocked because I was like.
So, because at that point, you knew it, like, at that point, it was obviously an issue at that point for that to have happened. And the last exchange between you and Pam before the FaceTime you just mentioned was this exchange with you and her about what was allegedly said that got her into a bit of a tiff. Like, that was the last thing that you knew that could have been a problem. Maybe, possibly, something unresolved between y'all.
To be very honest with you, I don't know if there was a problem. Because all I knew was, you know, she was over there with Rooftop and Ty, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I just left it alone. She said she wasn't getting involved. She ain't a part of no mess, all this yada, yada, yada. And I was just kind of like, okay. And then it's just all it is. And I'm like, okay.
So what made you like call out for her publicly? Like, did you not?
I was just like,
what? No, I was gonna ask. Did you not like reach out personally to get some clarification?
No, I didn't reach out. I was actually saying some stuff on a live. Francine said, I hate Pam as being. Let me do something. Hold on. I can't do it like I do on my page. Okay, well, I'll just turn it off. All right. So I was talking about something on the platform. I forgot what it was. And I said, you know what? Where's Pam?
Yeah.
You know, normally me and Pam will be going over the documents, talking about different things or whatever the case. And I hadn't seen her in a while. And I just said, where's Pam at? I'm like, because normally we'll be talking about this stuff. Where the hell is she at? That's why I said that. That's why I said that.
So you're watching 3 people that you thought you were okay with, that you were good with, that you had a relationship with at some point in time, kind of form a clique or a militia, and you are unclear about what and why that really happened because you never did anything to, once again, any of these people, and you just don't understand what exactly was the problem.
Rooftop was short-lived. and I just kind of left it alone and moved on. She wanted something that everybody else had quick. And I was trying to get to know her, but it was so dysfunctional. And I was just kind of like, okay. And they just kept texting with weird texts and emojis and dark faces and moons and shit. And I was like, you know what? What I don't like is for people to read into something more than what it is. Let me say this because you know this about me. When I'm in a space, a head space, I'm not going to be texting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be responding because I don't want to say something that's not right. If I'm in a head space, I just really don't want to have a conversation right now. I just don't want to talk. That's not me being shady. That's not me being messy. I'm not feeling a type of way. That's just, it is what it is. So she felt that I was, being some type of way towards her. And that's exactly how that went. I'm with that way with a lot of people.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Focus, Jives. Focus. Let me handle the chat. You focus. Okay.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah. So just focus. Okay. Let's focus because we already clear that you mean well. You are being honest. You are being true, and you are being true to your perspective, which you have the right to do, but you
thank you, Auntie.
Intended to look. Me and Josh fell out because he wasn't answering my shit. But that's really because he wanted a yes man at the time. Okay, so I was really getting on his nerves bad. But, that's here nor there. Okay, that's here nor there. But okay, so okay. Are you willing to but you could talk to any one of these people, Killer, Pam, Kai, or Tyree.
We've already tried to talk to her. That 86 that shit off.
Okay, so we did. Yes, there was an attempt for you guys to talk that didn't go too well.
Honestly, Conscious. I was about to.
My whole thing is, I just don't understand why. I don't understand.
I know you want to be mother love.
Not even that I want to be mother love, but it's just like it is okay to if people are hurt, people can be hurt. If there were misunderstandings, there were misunderstandings. What I don't understand is because it's clear that a lot of people are still present in their feelings of violation, why there can't be why we just can't talk, or why there can't just be the dialogue that needs to be dialogued about, and everybody be really honest in that dialogue, and then be able to move forward. It's of course, being angry, being upset at each other, falling out, misunderstandings, that shit is human. It's going to happen. It happens. What I don't understand is why we fail so much in recovery. We fail so much in the recovery. The bullshit of it all is natural. There's going to be bullshit. Anytime you got people, whether it's a church, whether it's a household, a marriage, it's just going to be anytime you got people involved, there's going to be bullshit. But,
I said some people just want to stay mad. That's all.
Yeah, and if that's the case, if there are people who are committed to just feeling violated, then then there is nothing that can happen in that interim. But if everybody is claiming to be actually over it, but nobody is really over it because there continues to be kaboom, there continues to be there continue to be pillow talk, there continue to be all these public innuendos or direct messages. I'm the kind of person. This is how I am. If I'm going to continue, this is why I don't beef, because if we're done, right? We're done. And if would not, like, if I'm not willing to work it out with you, I'm also not willing to beef with you. Like, I mean, not like long-standing beef. I will say what the fuck I need to say, correct whatever narrative need to be corrected if I want to correct the narrative, and then I'm off over the fucking moon. I'm off on a horse, on a carriage. I will not continue to get at on some personal shit about nobody who, like, because it's wasted energy, and I don't know what the point is.
So I'll say this to Dad, because this just recently happened.
Mm-hmm.
You get text messages talking about you not responding, you acting like a celebrity, you acting like this. And I'm just like, a lot of times it's not that. And this is what's happened quite frequently with so many people. And it's not that I'm acting some type of way. I've got so much shit going on in my life on a constant. Some days I don't feel like fucking talking. And just because I make a post or whatever does not mean that I want to have conversations. Does not mean that I want to talk. Some days I just really want to be left alone. Some days I do not want to hear nobody else complain about their shit. I got too much shit going on in my life. So when it comes down to everybody else, Conscious, you know this. When it comes down to everybody else, it ain't got nothing to do with me being anybody else or me being whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. No, I just want to be left the fuck alone. This is the reason why I don't even do my shows like I used to.
I'm going to be honest. A friendship does require tough skin, because like, you know, you gotta be at a certain place with yourself in order to really show up well in relationships, because relationships are not going to go so-called accordingly. As you just said, people get in their moods, people don't want to talk, it may not be personal, the person may not be capable emotionally of responding, they may not just have the energy. And and look, I go through that. I don't answer my fucking phone, you know, like, and I'm at a point now where I let motherfuckers just be mad. Like, matter of fact, there's a very delusional motherfucker on the internet right now who's very upset because of just that. I do what the fuck I want to do. I don't have a handler, bitch. Like, nobody tells me what the fuck to do, and I will text, answer, call, unless you wanted me to invoice for my phone bill. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't get to put no fucking demands on me. Like, I'm fucking grown, and I'm not going to expect you to be at my beck and call 24 hours, and don't expect me to be at yours either. Like, if we really friends, give me some benefit of a doubt, etc. I'm never going to leave my friends just on red forever. But yeah, like, for the remainder of the night, I may not be pressed. Maybe even for the next 24 hours, I may just need to do me. Whatever the case may be, I'm never just going to abandon anybody that I really fuck with, but you do have to give me room to be human. You got to give me room to breathe. You do got to give me room to exhale. You got to give me some consideration. You got to think about me even outside of you. Like, I got other responsibilities. I got a family. I got children. I got pets. I got jobs. I got shit. I got shit going on. So you can love me and fuck with me, and we can have something clear, but you got to remember, I also don't just belong to you. I don't just belong to you.
Thank you.
Like, and look, and that's something I had to grow into as well, because I used to be the bitch who also decades ago, okay, I know how it feels to be the person that's like, oh no, this motherfucker is shady, this motherfucker ain't fucking with me, you know, very short-sighted in terms of, you know, how you interpreted things in these interpersonal relationships.
See, the thing about it is, it's like, I'm the type of person, like, I can't speak for nobody else.
Yeah.
I can speak for me. Like, I don't know what to say about how everybody else work their friendships, but I know for me, I'm not going to call everybody and be like, you know, this is what's going on with me. I don't feel like talking about shit. And to be honest with you, like, I ain't gonna put that information out. When you have, you know, I'm trying to work me out. you have somebody else in your life, you trying to work that out. Then you got to deal with your family, and then you got to deal with this, you got to deal with that. Some days you just want some peace.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, and then don't get on the phone with me. Let's go for anybody. Don't get on the phone with me and try to tell me how I should feel. Tell me how I should explain. Don't do that to me. Because it's not right to tell me how I should feel. That's not okay. Some days I just want to just sit in myself and just.
Anybody who has a lot of responsibility understands where you're.
People act like they don't understand that though.
Baby, I like, look, my grandma cussed me out all the time because I just ain't got all the time. I don't have all the time. I get heat from everybody in my life because I'm just like, I'm only one person, y'all. Like, and I have to even remind my supporters of that. Like I understand what it feels like to maybe be left on red, to not get a response from an email, but do you consider the fact that I'm the person responding to 100 emails coming at me, that I'm the person responsible for all of this influx from the public? There's things in my DMs, there's things in my Gmail, so that means that you're also not the only person who is reaching out and looking for whatever you're looking for back. And these things, yes, they have to be taken into consideration. I understand that we can be very short-sighted as human beings at point in time. But none of these things are things that have to have lingering, like they don't have to linger. Like there can be understanding. And to Killa's point, I've never heard Killa say her issue was not a phone call, a text not being returned, but that she had issues with other things. And you guys did try to hammer those things out on my platform. It did not go well. So y'all are not able to see. Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Killa.
Oh,
yeah. So, so it's but even with all these issues, your situation with Pam, your situation with Kais, Tyrese, and Killa, as far as I'm concerned, these are all things that can be worked through and deaded. Nothing so terrible has happened that there has to continue to be like a whole lot of smoke in the room when everybody can just say what they need to say, and if there need to be apologies, then I'm so sorry for whatever, that's not what I meant. If whatever need to be given from both sides, like, it can be given. It just takes both sides. And I think it's unfortunate because obviously Pam is very talented. You are very talented. Kais and Tyrese and Killa are all talented. And it is sad to see y'all all like galvanize y'all powers, and then it just kind of have broken off in all these 50 million 11 pieces. So in asking you again, I know, we're not necessarily asking for friendship, but you are open. Like, do you want to say publicly that any of the people that you mentioned, if they want to talk privately or publicly, that you are open to that? If anybody wants to have a for real conversation to squash any of this and to keep any of this from happening going forward, because obviously not, there's going to continue to be videos made. And then my question to you is then what's going to be your approach if other people don't stop taking jabs or talking about you, etc.?
That's why I just said, I'm like, at this point, like, people are going to feel how they feel. If they really wanted to have a common ground and have a conversation, like we could have been did that. But all of this right here, like, it's like you don't want to talk. You just want to fight. You want to make things to come at me, to keep jabbing, and it is what it is. And my thing is this right here. And this is what I say about friends. At the end of the day, if we're friends, we're friends.
Yeah.
You let friends have their space. You let friends be. Everybody's not the type of person I want to tell you about. No, everybody's not going to do that. Oh, well, come on, let's talk about it. No, like sometimes you don't want to talk. Sometimes you don't want to talk to anybody. Sometimes, when it comes down to all of these individuals that we have talked about, sometimes the thing is, it's like, I know for me, the reason why I don't pick up my phone a lot is because, one, I do have things going on. And I know for me, I have all of this shit going on, and my facial, especially if you FaceTiming me, my facial expression, if I'm going through some fucked up shit right then, like I'll be looking at you like, what's wrong with you? And you know what? Can I call you back? It take, like, for me, when I'm in a fucked up situation or I'm feeling some type of way, I just don't feel like talking right then. Give me a moment. Let me go and get through my shit, right? I'll be back. I promise you I'll be back. But don't make this about you. I really got a lot of shit going on, right? Got a lot of shit going on. I got to deal with my family. I got to deal with all this. Got to deal with my household, everything. I got 4 fucking dogs. I got 5 fucking fish tanks in my house. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of shit, and I'm being silly when I point those things out, but I do have a lot of stuff. If you can't be sympathetic to the fact that I have a life, because it's not just about you. If you can't be sympathetic about my life, but you want me to be sympathetic about yours, there's a fucking problem right there. It's one-sided. So when it comes down to all these people, the thing about it is everybody wants a piece of me. And this does come with age. Everybody wants a piece of me. And I have gotten to the age now where I have been able to say, I can't. Not today. I'm tired.
It took a lot for me to start utilizing the word no as well. It was very hard to get to that point. And I just got to that point over the last 2-3 years of no. I just overrode my empathicness and been able to use the word no. And I have found so much glory and peace in no, just no. And
like they're like, well, can you give me some money? No, I ain't got it. I can't help you. No. Oh, they call. Okay. Because like some people, I'm gonna tell you, so I got a family member. He calls, I don't answer the phone. Because I'm like an empath. I feel what you giving, and I don't want to get off the phone feeling like, fuck, man. Feel like I need to go take a bath.
Yeah.
Right. No opportunity.
No mean equals new opportunities. And oh baby, okay. No, but you're right. And I'm a stickler for communication. So that's why even when people were trying to tell me stuff about you, what a lot of people don't know is that if I have an issue, if I feel something is shady, if I feel like I didn't appreciate something you said, guess what I do? I call Jives. I say, I saw that live. And what about A, B, C, D, E, F, and damn G? Okay. And I don't have to run to YouTube to share that I had a conversation. It's not, I don't owe, how I move in no relationship to the public, because there are people on this platform who I'm actually friends with, and I'm not going to treat our relationship like just some social media ship or some YouTube ship type shit. So I don't move that way in my actual friendship, not in my actual friendships. Now in YouTube shits, it could be whatever, but in my friendships, and so I'm just like, there's no need for me for anybody to tell me about anybody that I fuck with. I know exactly who I'm fucking with, and whenever I feel offended or I feel away, I know how to pick up the phone and afford the person that I fuck with the opportunity to clarify for me, etc., for us to have whatever conversation we need to have, etc. And that's that. On to the next. But Jives, I am somebody who understands that I had to learn that friendship is also hard, like any other relationship. But what makes it hard really is not friendships. What makes it hard is a lot of times we don't have the relationship to ourselves that we need to have. So our communication will be piss poor in so-called in relationships. How we show up will be piss poor, etc. So I'm a stickler for counseling. I'm a stickler for self-love, etc. Because when you start to really unpack all of that shit and you start to gather all of that shit, it really makes a difference in your friendships. It really makes a difference in the way that you navigate shit. And it got to start there first. It got to start with us being our friend first. That's what makes us a great friend to someone else. And whoever we're not to ourselves is who the fuck we're not going to be to other people either. So, yes. So we said all that to say, Jives put all that on the line to give everybody an opportunity who he's been in a relationship with to understand where he's coming from and to reach out to him if there can be that for the sake of moving forward. If not, Jives is moving forward regardless. Whether those conversations or peace treaties happen, but the opportunity for them to happen is on the table. And because everybody spoken about tonight is a content creator, it really also motivated the conversation, because oftentimes how people personally feel is showing up in their commentary, and that gets a lot of shit started and going and backwards and forward. So I hope the best for Pam, Kai, Ty, and Killer, and you, and y'all being able to bridge that. I think this was a great dialogue, and I'm proud of you also for being honest. You are being both honest and compassionate. You have your feelings and you have your truth, and you're also open to being an adult about the issue with these other adults. And I think that that's fully balancing. So I don't think we missed a crack. I think we covered everything. And are there any last thoughts you have? Because I got shit to go do as well. We done been here 3.5 hours, Jive. 3.5 hours.
Our door's being rat-a-tat-tatted on. Listen. So I do appreciate this conversation.
Of course.
Things that have been said is some things that I have not said publicly.
Yes. That's the way it should be.
And as far as the rest of everybody goes, my thing is this right here. I think it does come with age. It does come with age. With everybody, we react differently. I love you too, Auntie. With everybody, we react differently to things. And I'm grateful to everybody who shows love towards me.
Yeah.
Especially even in all of this, I really do appreciate you all. And I say this, as I said before, thank you all for the love that you have shown, and the cash outs for this lawyer and everything, and the things that you all continue to do. Yeah. Now, with that being said, as a human being, I have the right to feel. If I don't feel like being vocal or versatile or whatever the case, or when I say versatile, it just sounds bad, but whatever. If I don't feel like talking that particular day, I just don't. Like, I have a right to be human. I have a right to be like, I don't feel like talking today. Like, and to me personally, I'm the type of nigga that I'm not gonna tell you I don't feel like talking. I just won't talk because I don't feel. Now, unless I need to pick this bitch up, I ain't picking this bitch up. And that's been me as I've gotten older. You know, like I've worked social media for so many years, and it's like now I'm at a point where I don't want to sit in front of the camera. I don't want to, bitch. I don't want nothing, bitch. I miss the days when we didn't have this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be like quiet sometimes. Don't call me. Don't say nothing. I missaid this. I'll be back to the regular social world in just a minute. But that's just how I feel. And that's where I am in life. Yeah. I will be 39 this year. And I look so fucking good.
Be the glory. That part.
And I'm like, what I don't want is to spend the rest of my years. And you know, black don't crack for some people. Sometimes it do swell. I have swollen a little.
I like that. Black don't crack, but it does swell.
It's swell. So I just swole up a little bit. So you know, I'm trying to deflate myself. So I'm doing a lot of things just to breathe, get my life together, and just have fun. Yeah. That's what I want to do. I don't want to spend my time on the phone fussing about, oh, you didn't call me. Like, I don't want to do that. As far as Tidem go, listen, I never met y'all in real life. Y'all, it was what it was. If y'all feel the need to keep dragging this shit out and making and creating shit that is not there, bitch, y'all have at it. If I do get some money, bitch, I'm gonna hit y'all with a fucking cease and desist so y'all can. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because I'm really tired. And they can say cease and desist is for punks, but bitch, you got some motherfucking money. You will make these hoes go somewhere and sit the fuck. When I get on Larry's level, y'all, that's a joke.
You better stop your shit, you carry it on right now.
But I'm telling you, like, so I'm just at that point in life where I just want peace. Yeah. I don't want to argue. Yes. I don't want no back and forward. I just want peace. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I'm at a point in my life. People get on my phone, get the click. I'm telling you that may be disrespectful, but I'm telling you
you heard him. William McWig, if you calling with the rah-rah bitch, you gonna continue to get the voicemail, ho. Find your coffin and lay it to rest, bitch. Okay? Unless you call it to get the king some money, bitch. Or support him sending out cease and desist, ho. Or you doing something favor, bitch. Find your coffin and close the motherfucking coffin, bitch. Close that top down.
But yeah, that's it.
Loose translation.
You know what? Conscious, Davian, I really do love you. I appreciate you.
No, I love you. I appreciate you. I am so happy that we have been able to continue to grow in our friendship. And it has been growing, but it's one that's really sprouting, and we've gotten back to the fruit. We have honest communication. Jives understands that I'm going to get on his nerves some damn time. Okay, he understands that I'm going to go to voicemail sometime as well, bitch. Okay, he understands sometimes.
You don't answer the phone for certain times of the day, and then sometimes you don't answer at all.
Okay, because I'm on a whole new sleep pattern. So like my day is my night now, and my night is my day. So I be done through the day, like because I be going to bed at like 7, 8 a.m. So I don't wait. So I don't wake up typically until like 4, 5 in the afternoon, and then by that time I'm getting to everything that's going on in the day. So it just, I know it'd be a lot. So I'm trying to curb it. I like the nighttime because I'm an introvert. So the world is calmer, and I ain't got to elbow bitches. Like too. And I live for it. So yes, but I want to thank you for being here, Jack. This was epic. We're sending you light and love. We are going to stay with you. We're going to help to support you through your litigation. I'm going to be bringing you back because I know that there are invoices that are coming the fuck up, and there are bills that got to be paid and money to be made. And once again, you're standing in the gap for the community. So, it's only right that we protect those who are protecting the community, and I'm really proud of the Conscious crew also for understanding the assignment here. I really love you guys and fuck with you guys. So yes, there is a pre-trial conference coming up on the 23rd. Mm-hmm. And Jives will be letting it be known what transpired in that, etc. I'm going to bring you back here obviously very soon, so I'll shoot you a text when this wraps up. If there's anything that you want to say before you Go answering them doors, honey. Okay. Johnson said it all, bitch. Okay. Bye, nigga. Okay. I'll call you.
Bye.
Love you. That was Jives, you guys. The one and only. And this was a riveting conversation. So we traveled through a lot. Obviously, we know that everybody that was spoken about tonight is in the damn bushes, okay? Let's not act stupid, okay? Everybody spoken tonight is subscribed to the platform, watches the platform, and even if they not, which they all are, okay? We know that the supporters of everybody, okay, went and sent them the link, and I wanted them to have the link. I told y'all to also send the link because the whole point is for everybody to have a bridging, healthy conversation. Okay. So once again, Josh did let it be known that he's open to a dialogue, either privately or publicly, doesn't matter. If it helps to just bring understanding so everybody can just move forward peacefully. But it's also possible to do that outside of this as well. Everybody can just lay their arrows and their swords down and let it be that. Okay. Any questions or comments? Link it below. I got business calls trying to come through. I got all type of shit happening. So I got to get up out of here. Share this video. Subscribe if you are new here. Thumbs up the video. I will see Conscious Crew. I don't know. I'll probably see y'all Friday. I don't know. It depends. But I'll definitely be seeing y'all Sunday, okay? Get your ass in Patreon if you want to free. I'll post in community wall. I gotta go. Bye, y'all. Peace.